And welcome back to the only show that consistently beats the curling monkey paw odds. I'm one of your hosts, Stella. The other is Vaughn. And it's that time of the year, folks. Our last episode of the year. We will not be here in November. We will not be here to hold your hand through the cold, dead winter and the crushing abyss of the holidays. But we will be back January to help you start the next year, which will likely be very much like the previous year and the next 2 years after that. This is a commentary about we live in a society, something. We're just in survival Trump mode, and then we'll try something else next time. All right, political agenda, woke agenda. Okay, checked off. Fox News definitely mad. Hi, welcome to Only and Only Access. I'm Stella. That's Vaughn. Have you missed us?
Yeah. Have they missed us? I don't know. They will definitely miss us, I guess, in the next 2 months.
That
Maybe.
they
Because
do.
there's no one to
You
hold
know
their
what?
hands during the games award. No one
You,
to
this is
be able to
true.
describe what
This is
Jeff is
true.
talking
This
about.
is true. This is true. They're not gonna get my incredibly convoluted assessment of Jeff Keighley's entire career. Not
Until
till
January.
until January.
Until
Hey,
January.
yo, here's what I'm gonna say though. November, December, lots going on. I'm playing some games. I am not nearly done with those games. So I'll probably have a lot more to talk about with them next time around. But
Yeah.
we kick off the year with a bang. Our January episodes are like a fucking 4.5 hour to 5 hour episode because we just don't do November, December, even though I'm unemployed right now. I want to keep the same rhythm because when I'm back to working, it's just chaos to try and schedule this between both of our job lives. We just can't.
Yeah.
Plus, like, yo, this show growing, but it don't pay the bills, and until it does, I'm not obligated to even think about doing it during the holidays.
True. Yeah, true.
Um,
It's just so hard to
yeah.
really manage holidays wise, so
I think I'll kick us off here this time
all right, kick
around.
us off. Yeah. Let's
Um,
go for it.
so
What you been playing?
I've been playing so many things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the Steam Next Fest for October because those are
All
my
right.
first looks at stuff, and then I'll get into the things I've been playing.
All right.
So straight out the gate, Skate Story is peak art.
Yes. Oh,
Skate
thank
Story
God.
is fucking incredible.
It is
It's
so holy
absolutely
shit.
incredible. It is a vibe. The
It is
vibes
a
are
vibe.
strong.
It's such a
It's
vibe.
it's a fucking vibe. Go play the Skate Story demo and then go buy it right now. In fact, and that's
I
like art wise, sound wise, the skating also is very good. It's good.
yeah.
Like it's not like not good. It's really good and fun. Um,
I
I
need the
could
soundtrack for that game,
Dude,
bro.
the
I
soundtrack for
need
the
the
game is
soundtrack.
lit. Also, that art style is outrageously sharp.
Shit. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so stylish. It's a skate story. I'm not quite sure what the story is. Granted, I've only played a demo, but looking forward to seeing what the whole story is because it's kind of insane.
There's only one phrase I have to say,
Eat the moon.
and from there, eat the moon. Eat the moon.
Eat the moon.
That's it.
Eat the
That's
moon and
it.
follow the
Eat the
white
moon.
rabbit. Skate story.
Yep.
Um, I played a demo of a thing called I Hate This Place. Um, it's the
Not heard that
80s.
one.
It's
Mm-hmm.
Satan. It's some fucked up lab shit. Find your girl, Lou, and get the fuck out. It's based off a comic. It's got like a comic book art style. It is a like top down, like kind of Diablo looking camera, but it's like fucking survival horror game, I
Yeah.
think. It's weird. It's fascinating. It's kind of difficult and really hard to play, but it's neat.
Yeah. I'm looking
Um,
at the Steam page for it. Yeah. Isometric. Yeah.
I
All right.
played the Let It Die Inferno demo.
Okay.
Here's what I got.
All
First
right.
of all, I am a big fan of the previous game, Let It Die, that was free for
Yes.
PS4. I loved it a lot. It was like a dungeon crawler with like weird, like disjointed PvP co-op in the way that Dark Souls did. But it was
Mm-hmm.
fun, strange, and anime as fuck, and utterly bizarre and made no goddamn sense. So here's what I have it for Let It Die Inferno. Railgun your worthless disposable carcass into hell. Gather shit and get the fuck out. Get murdered by anime Daredevil. Graham B and Uncle Death will teach you what you need. Sick move, senpai. Yup, this is Let It Die.
All right. So literally
I
just
will
let
say
it die.
I don't like it as like Let It Die. Great. I'm always happy to see more. I played it. It is an extraction game, and like the nature of
Mm-hmm.
the jankiness of its combat makes me not want to play it because it's an extraction game.
Got it.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, like if this was not extraction, I'd be all over it. But because it's extraction game, I'm like, bro, Let It Die's combat is not endearing enough for like. I don't want to play jank extraction game, really. I'm not about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cute though, but like whatever. Um, I played Star Sand Island, which is like peak old Harvest Moon Story of Seasons energy, but with way more depth and nuance going on. Very, very cozy, very fun. Um, I played Shadow of the Road, which is like a mechanized alternate history of like a feudal Japan era, and it's by Owlcat, and so it's like a tactical RPG. It's fun. The systems seem pretty deep, sometimes poorly explained. I'm not like I can't say if I would recommend it because I'm not sure I would ever pick it up myself, like buy it and play it. At least not at full price. I think
Gotcha.
it's probably good. I just I'm not compelled enough by what I played to buy it.
Okay. 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 Okay.
And then we come to my two personal recommendations that are must buys of the demo, and I will save my favorite pick for last.
Okay.
So my second pick is Shards of Order, which is a card battler turn-based RPG. It is like a gothic art style, visually really impressive, fantastic fucking soundtrack. Like plays, even though it's a card battler, like a proper ass fucking like old school RPG turn based move around the map kind of fucking thing and choose your like what choice you make at certain events can like interact with stuff. Really, really fun. If the demo's still available and you like card battlers at all and you like RPGs at all, go play Shards of Order. It's
All
incredible.
right.
Like
I'm downloading that demo right now.
I'm not a big card battler person. It's usually a type of like format that is a big turn off for me, though I've played a card battler game in my lifetime that I do enjoy, but it's often hard for me to really enjoy the game enough because I find the card battling, the deck building like card battling system not super interesting just personally. This
Hmm.
one story and the way and the soundtrack and the art and the thematics of what's going on were all enough to make me enjoy every aspect of this demo. I beat the demo in one sitting. I thought it was utterly, incredibly compelling. I will be buying this game.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and then my personal pick for the Steam Next Fest in October 2025, Tears of Metal.
Here's a metal.
Tears of Metal. Here you go. Are you ready? Kill the English and their colonizing ass
Oh
ways.
yeah. Yeah.
Be Scots for Scotland! It is this beautiful, like, sketchy art style. It is like a Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors kind of game. Except it's also a roguelike in that as you go through a campaign, whether you get to the final boss of the campaign, beat it, or fail, you get to, depending on how you did, you can promote different dudes in your army so they're stronger, and then they can inherit traits down the line, and you also can buy different weapons, which are like subclasses to each of the heroes, and each of the hero itself is a different class. There are all kinds of challenges that you complete as you do runs over and over that give you just raw currency, as well as like new unlocks and stuff. There was tons of stuff not in the demo that we don't even know what it is. You can upgrade your army to have a bigger army with you, who give them better weapons and gear, train them better. You can upgrade your character to unlock different armor. You can unlock different there is combos, there is abilities, there is parrying, there is like perfect dodging. This game is incredible. There is a button specifically to cheer for Scotland.
Yes. Let's go.
In the demo, you can only play as one of the heroes, William motherfucking Wallace, by the way. Um,
William
and
Wallace.
I'll put this out there for my furry inclined friends. One of the heroes, because you see like the silhouette of the people that aren't in the demo. One of them appears
Yeah.
to be a fucking wolf man, just a good old boy sitting there. All these characters are apparently based on like actual people in Scotland's like medieval history. The soundtrack, sorry, is metal as fuck with bagpipes galore. Tears of Metal is not only my absolutely recommend demo of this Next Fest. It is the best demo I've ever played in any Next Fest. I have like over an hour in this demo. It is fantastic. It is incredible. It's 4-player co-op. I will be buying Tears of Metal. That
All
is my
right.
number one recommend. I recommend everyone play Tears of Metal. It's very, very good. Shout out to that team. I think it's their first game. It's incredible. Like, it's genuinely incredible. So that's my look at the Steam Next Fest demo.
Mm-hmm.
So then we come to what I've been doing over and over and playing. First of all, Monster Hunter Wilds, I've been grinding. I've been getting my gear up. The Dream Spell event, the Halloween festival is on right now. It's super good. Definitely my favorite of the festival so far. They now have 3 Arch-Tempered Apex hunts in them. Uthduna, Raydal, and the newest one, New Uldra, that I have not tried. You gotta beat a Hunter rank 100 to do it. I'm almost there. I'm at like 99 and halfway to 100. Monster Hunter Wilds continues to be really good. It continues to just get better with time, as all Monster Hunters do. And the fact that, like, the Arch-Tempered Apexes are, without a doubt, the hardest fights in the game. I'm not counting Omega, because Omega is a bullshit fight that shouldn't exist in the game. That's the worst. That is my one gripe with the game. Dude, no, it's such a shitty crossover.
I have heard
First of all, it's the regular version of Omega is something that, like, less than 1% of the community is still beaten. There's a Savage version. And it's like, they literally just slapped the whole raid in the fight, and that, like, literally, it's, like, full of, like, weird-ass mechanics that just don't feel good in this game in the way the game plays you, but are, like, kind of okay. But then it just gets worse, because there is literally a DPS check.
Yes, there is a DPS check.
It summons a Nursilla that is immune to all traps, has a bunch of extra super moves, while it's still shooting at you and spawning endless little Omegas to self-destruct suicide bomb you. And if you do not kill this Nursilla quick enough, it will just completely wipe your team when Omega fires its laser. Like, it is a game that, like, what it's asking you to do feels like something Monster Hunter is not designed to do. And I don't like it because Behemoth in World was an incredibly hard fight. And then Savage Behemoth was even harder. But it felt like a Monster Hunter fight with a Final Fantasy XIV theme and aesthetic, not a Final Fantasy XIV raid shoved into my Monster Hunter thing. Because it's like, at the end of the day, even if you're running the most support build in the world in Monster Hunter, that's, like, no. There's not really tanks or supports and DPS disparity in the way that, like, a raid wants you to have, right? Like, it's just not that. And I think if you removed the DPS check in the thing, it would be okay. I straight up think it's about the DPS check. I think this is not a game that's, like... It's one thing to have Nier Gigante roll up in World and you just gotta fight him off. But it's not like, if I don't fight him off quick enough, he wins. He automatically nukes us, right? Like, that's not what that was. And I think if they just had it where it's like, oh, it summons a Nursilla and you can't hurt it while it's off preparing. And then you had to fight the Nursilla, the clone Nursilla with the lasers and bullshit, and then fight Omega to finish it, fine. Having it be a DPS check that if you fail just instantly wipes you, even if you've played completely perfect the whole way, is just horseshit in a game that's not designed for that kind of mechanic, in my opinion. So, that crossover's trash, and I will never be doing it. But other than that, Wilds is really good. It's still my favorite. I think it gives me the most to play around with. I like that high rank gear feels like master rank gear from World, and that the fights are harder on the higher end now. I'm really excited for Update 4 in December, because we are finally getting our first Elder Dragon. Gogmazios. Because it's interesting, because Zoshia is based on Fatalis, not an Elder Dragon, it's a construct. Gormagala is in Wilds as a Demi-Elder, not an Elder Dragon. It's Demi-Elder. It was given a demotion. It was demoted and put into a whole new category. We have not seen a single Elder Dragon in this game. And the Apexes of this game fight like the Elder Dragons of World. And the Arch-Tempered Apexes of this game absolutely are stronger than anything in World. They will fuck your goddamn day up. So I'm really excited for the first Elder Dragon, and I'm like, yo, what is this fight gonna be like, guys? Also, it's a Fire Boy, so I'm farming that Arch-Tempered Uthduna to get my water weapons ready and my water set, and then I'm gonna unload on this man's. I'm gonna put his flames out, like I'm a waterbender. I'm gonna hit him with the Avatar, not the blue people. Um,
Not the blue.
not the blue. You gotta say that now. It's unfortunate, but you do. You do have to specify not the blue people. You know. Just 1 second.
I don't believe.
No, not the blue people. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, incredible. I did start trying a new weapon type. I started playing around with the lance, the shield lance, I think it's called.
Yeah, the shield lance. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. I like it. I want to get down a ranged option because I've never really
Sorry.
vibed.
Oh, I think that's heavy lance
Heavy lance,
or
you're
gun
right.
lance or
It's the
one of
lance.
them.
It's the lance with the
It's
shield.
I think that's just. I think that's heavy lance or something like
Yeah, I don't
that.
know. It's the fucking lance. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really like it. It's definitely slow as fuck, but it's really fun to just kind of block everything. Um, Although I might be putting it down to try and prioritize picking up a ranged option finally, because like I main greatsword, longsword, and I have hammer. It's like I'm not really looking for more heavy melee options. I have hammer and greatsword, which I like more than heavy lance, and I love my longsword. Um, so I'm probably gonna try and pick up a ranged option.
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it's a tie between bow or light bow gun. I don't want like a heavy ranged option. So probably not gonna do heavy bow gun, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm definitely gonna try and pick one of those up. Um Other than that, I've been playing uh DBD as usual. The haunted event's pretty good. I'm having a fun time being spooky and goofy with people. But the majority of my time has been split between playing Soulframe, Hades 2,
Mhm.
Skate, and 2XKO. That's like the bulk
Yeah.
of what I've been playing. Although I did get into a thing and get to play a little bit of it, but you and I will kind of have to talk about that in private because NDAs.
Yeah. NDAs. Yeah.
NDAs. So
I'm surprised they gave me 2 days to
yeah,
play
yeah,
this
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
Only two
yeah,
days.
yeah. Only
Like,
two
what
days.
the fuck
And
do you mean?
get in. What are you doing? What do you want? I should be playing right now. um, so yeah, I really like the new skate. I think it being free to play makes it really easy for me to pick it up. I definitely that's obviously a strong deciding factor. I'm having a good time with it, just hanging out with Lizzie. We're skating it up, we're shredding it. I vibe out. Like I'm not really concerned about anything in that game. I guess it's just my vibes game. Like I'm just skating. You know, I'm just skating. I enjoy a big open world to skate in. I really like that. Still holding out for eventually getting a Tony Hawk's American Wasteland remaster because that was a big open world, and I want to see that again because that was my favorite one. Skate's great. I like it. I like skateboarding. I don't really care about the microtransaction issues. I'm gonna be honest. I fucking don't anymore. Like I just don't. I don't care that they sell cosmetics, man. Everyone sells cosmetics. I don't care. Like I just don't care anymore. Like if it starts using AI because EA, then I guess I'll put it down.
Hmm.
But like if they don't, I guess I'm just gonna keep playing it because it's kind of a vibe. I'm hoping it might be one of those things EA sells off because it's already like the player base is kind of dwindling, at least on Steam. And I'm hoping we end up where EA is just like, we just want Battlefield and our sports games, and we're gonna sell everything else off. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds great to me. Why don't we let BioWare go? Why don't we cut all this stuff away from you, and you can just be the weird sports AI people? It's fine. No one cares. Literally, no one cares. You were kind of that already anyway. It's just occasionally you allowed a studio to make a good game.
Hmm.
Um, Soulframe, I've been playing a lot of. I play a little bit every week. Preludes 11 came out. Biggest update yet. Complete rework to a lot of systems. Visual overhaul. Implements of new systems. There is now like 10 world bosses in that game at least. A whole new quest line.
Oh.
More direct MSQ being told to us. Sorry, I had like the hiccups or something there. I really like Soul
Mhm.
Frame. I continue to really enjoy the thematic of this game and like the tone and what it's talking about. Um, and while the combat is definitely a very harsh learning curve, and the game is not really holding your hand at all, I still very much enjoy playing the game. I play a lot of it. I'm definitely like gonna keep on it, especially with every update rolling out. But the moment Soulframe like launches and allows me to restart my account, I'm going to, because I do want to experience it once it's like at the okay, everyone can play moment, right? Like, so
Hmm.
they have also announced they are gonna do like a founders thing. I did not get to do that with Warframe because I joined Warframe during day one of open beta, which is like what it is still considered an open beta today. So day one of it being on Steam. I've obviously been in Soulframe for a while now, so I will definitely be doing a founders for Soulframe just because like I'm a big fan of the game, I'm a big fan of the studio behind it, and I want to. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the game grows. It continues to grow in really interesting ways, and like as you're watching it's one of those things that like I'm really definitely enjoying playing such an early version of this game and seeing how it's changed and like been iterated on already. And I know that like when this game hits even early access and then open beta, like where it's just like it's on Steam, you just go download it and play it, like it's gonna be something really special. I think it's gonna be something really special when that day comes, that like a staggering amount of like content is already here. It's really fascinating game. I've been running around with the bear pact, and like you get a move called Rump Thump where you like jump in the air and turn into a bear and ground pound people and it kills them. It's great.
Damn.
Staggers them. And if they don't die and they get fully staggered, you just get like free assassination kills on them. Um there are runes you can get now from world boss drops to like that are basically super moves that you can activate on your weapons when you fulfill the right requirements, which is like fucking shooting a laser out of your bow or some crazy ass shit like that. Um, very much enjoying like the lore of the game being paced out. The game has definitely got a much quicker, darker, more fucked up tone than Warframe does initially. Though Warframe
Hmm.
gets there. This game is very much like this is a fucking world scarred beyond measure from these colonizing space motherfuckers, and that's what we're fighting. It's fun making fray packs, and I really like I love just dungeons in this game. Like I'll just be in a dungeon and I'll in the time of trying to like achieve the main goal of the dungeon, I've stumbled into like 17 fucking puzzles of which I've only been able to solve 13 of them. And I'm just like, what the
God.
fuck? Where does
What
this
the shit?
sunbeam need to go? Why does this torch never light? Like, you'll just like come across a thing and like you can interact with it, but it appears to just be a stone, and you'll be like, huh? And then you touch it and it'll like light up, and it'll just be like, soothe the soul of the ocean with the bones of the gods of old, or some shit, and you'll just be like, the fuck
What
does
the
that
fuck?
mean, soul frame? And
Just
it's
say shit right. I don't.
bro, it's
I'm saying
great. It's
it's so
great. There's just like
cryptic.
riddles and crazy shit going on. The combat is like chunky and fun, and like it really wants you to like learn to dodge, learn to roll, learn to parry, learn to block, learn your combo. Don't button mash. Use your abilities at the right moment. Um, I'm very much enjoying how different every weapon feels, going from bow as my first to magic staff to like short blade to now a long blade. I've got like a shield and sword thing to do, and how every pact is so different and totally also changes your play style and the way that like the game's just gear works and how simple it feels, but also like there's depth to it the more you go. And of course it's very early on. We just now got like runes and I forget what they're called. It's like bindings, or not bindings, it's totems. Maybe you like rescue animals, or as you like find them you can play music for them and they'll grace you with like a totem of them, which you slot into one of the 3 slots on your weapon, and it like gives you things like extra stagger or extra parry window timing or just raw armor increase, and then you can upgrade those even more, and you can get a bonus if you have a squirrel totem in each spot, and then when you have a rune in the middle it does even more, and you're just like slowly iterating on what's already there with your weapon. um, it is a game that really, like, especially when you're in what is the harder content as enemies start to scale up or you're fighting a boss, like, they do feel like Dark Soulsy when you're fighting those bosses. Not quite as
Mhm.
intense, but like Dark Soulsy light almost. Easier than a Souls game, but just as capable of killing you if you come in here thinking this is Warframe and you can just mash buttons. Because that's not what it is. Can't wait for them to add fishing, inevitably. I will spend many a day just fishing by the river. Uh, It's really compelling. I really very much find what Soul Frame is. It reminds me of like old school adventure games in that a lot of this hand holding that we have today is like there's barely tutorials, and yes, that could be because it's early development, but I'm kind of hoping they kind of like maintain this kind of like almost old school like for someone my age, I think I enjoy this game a lot more than like a younger generations would because it's like this game is it's that nice like old style slow kind of like figure it out that like I think Red Dead 2 tries to do but doesn't do.
Mhm.
This is doing that without like being fucking annoying the whole time. Um I really like it. I like the enemy design. I like the world design and the aesthetic. I cannot wait for like a more direct story to be told in this because I'm super curious as to like what's actually fucking going on here. It's kind of nuts. As you know, is Digital Extreme's prerogative, and we'll know more as time goes on. But it continues to be a really unique like fantasy experience that I'm totally vibing with and having a really good fucking time with. And then let's
I will say
go.
one thing.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll
By
say
all
one
means,
thing.
yeah.
When it comes to having tutorials in modern times, I think they're fine. Some are way too long, but I think what made not having tutorials back in the old days like work is because the games came with manuals.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would read the little booklet and then you would get like maybe some of the story, but you would get like the instructions, what to do. Like it would almost that would be your tutorial. Your reading comprehension would be there and be like, "Oh, okay, now I understand." And then now you play the game.
Yeah,
But since they don't do that anymore, there's no digital manuals really for games at this point. So they have to put in the game a tutorial. If they at least went back to that sort of style, that would be great, but because like I can think of like Resident Evil 4 to like the original one. You just dropped into the game. They give you the story tidbit, and then you're in game. Good luck. there's like little like manual pieces every time you go often, but like if you didn't really like read anything on the controls and whatnot, you're just kind of going in blind. So
yeah. I mean, that's kind of how Soulframe feels. You're kind of going in blind, and what's there tutorial wise is brief at most, and it definitely needs to be refined when the game goes like proper launch time. But I think they're just gonna keep it as bare bones as they can because the game really like is heavily about just exploration and like reconnecting with your ancestors and their spirits and the cultures that have been lost across this island from the colonizers because like
mhm.
the setup as an envoy, that's what you are. You appear to be some kind of like changeling fey child, not quite human, not quite fey, something else. um there's definitely like a lot of like fey stuff going on. Norse mythology, Native American mythology, and like Celtic mythology is clearly woven into this. The themes are about like the cost of like advancement of society and like colonizing ass motherfuckers. And like so the setup of the start of this game is that you were actually on Team Colonizer because what they've been doing is anyone they didn't kill, they like captured and made um if they got any children they got, as far as I can tell, were basically like brainwashed into being colonizers and like
Oh, okay, okay.
completely forgot their culture, and then like you're the only one that can kind of resist because you're like a weird fey changeling child thing. And so they like you get like you're supposed to die. Obviously they're trying to kill you, they just like kick you from their sky castle or whatever, and then you like wake up and stuff and you just play through the game. And like very much the discovery is very like a very common question you see in new players is like, the fuck am I supposed to be doing? And it's like, wander, learn. Like, yeah, that's kind of it. Like, wander around, ask some questions. But like, it is very clearly intentionally about the journey because as you
Mhm.
like go through the game, you are like stumbling into quests and factions and beginning to like build ties with the remaining native cultures around, as well as reconnect with the ancestor spirits of various different cultures and tribes. And when we say ancestor spirits in this game, we don't necessarily mean your ancestors at all. We just mean
Yeah.
the spirits of like all the different native cultures here that have been wiped out. So you're reconnecting with like the like Native American Smith lady, the weird like scholar boy with his weird ghost baby that sits on his shoulder, the cute French witch, and all these other people, and like learning about who they were and their tribes and whatnot and what they're about, and building like a rapport with them and learning more and more about the world and what happened, while you're also interacting with the factions, which is the groups of people trying to resist the colonizers that are still alive and stuff. But you're also like saving others from the colonizing brainwash shit that's going on, because your magic fey blood can help you like undo that shit. So it's a really interesting game that like conceptually there's a lot going on, and thematically the storytelling is really fascinating. It really kind of like reminds me of Princess Mononoke kind of stuff, like with its vibes a lot, which is one of their clear inspirations. They've said that there's literally like a whole wolf quest, like you rescue a wolf, you get a little pet wolf, it's great. Eventually that wolf will be your mount. There is no fucking fast travel in the game at all. There will not be, apparently. And I'm
Mm.
fine with that, because yeah, you gotta like, technically there is fast travel in the sense that if you join someone else, it was like you're in the chat and somebody's like, yo, I've got the boss up, because they spawn every 3 hours. So like if you're trying to farm them or just do them in general, you can get invited to someone else's world, because the game is primarily a single player experience. There is right now no matchmaking at all. I'm not sure if there's going to be. So, but you can invite people to run around your world and do whatever with you, or invite them to do a boss with you. Like, you could just invite them to your instance and just run around with no limitations at all. Other than that, though, it's purely single player. Unless you, like, invite someone in specifically who you have on your friends list who's playing the game, or you just go to the recruiting chat and see who's doing what. But, so if, like, I'm on the east side and I invite you, it will bring you to me, but you
Gotcha.
will be in my world. However, when you leave, you will be where in your world where you left in my world physically, which means technically you
Yeah.
can teleport. There is like a taxi player to player fast travel, but if it's just you running around, there is no fast travel. Fucking walk there. Is how the game works. Like, and you know, when you get your mount, when the mounts come in games and you have a mount, it'll be faster. But they've said there's not gonna be fast travel, and like most things, you gotta pick up by hand. You gotta walk over and press the button and pick it up to craft stuff.
Yeah, I remember
Like
you saying.
when you break like barrels and shit, and like generic currency like the money and some other like more generic, way more commonly used crafting materials, you just walk over. But the more specialized ones that like you're never gonna have like a huge abundance of, you gotta go get them. You gotta go
Hmm.
pick up, which I like, and a lot of people hate. And I'm like, no, I like that. I like it though. It's good.
Yeah.
The game is about patience, really. It is very much a game that wants you to take your time and is going to actively force you to take your fucking time. It is not a mash buttons and just run around fucking doing dumb shit game. It is a game about patience, about like learning, studying things, and reconnecting with the world and fighting space colonizers. It's real sick, honestly. And the soundtracks, dude, the soundtrack when you're in a boss fight, dude, like literally Final Fantasy Dark Souls vibes. Like absolutely incredible fucking soundtracks, and really like dramatic ass fights. Super cool. Can't wait to see how it grows and where the game goes. Um Obviously Hades 2 came out. I've been playing a lot of it.
Yes.
Hades 2 is so fucking good. It's so absolutely good. It's somehow even better than the 70 hours I already put across all of early access. I started a fresh save when it came out. I've already managed to beat down run into Hades and up run into Olympus a couple times each. I will say the up run is way harder, in my opinion. It's got way more fights along the way. And I will say that the final boss fight of the run up to Olympus is maybe, no, not even maybe, it's the best fight in any roguelike ever.
Damn.
It's so good. It's it is I cannot describe this fight without spoiling it, other than that it's a set piece. You are fighting a set piece. And it will push you to the limit no matter how good your fucking build is. And how many, like, I've gotten there with, like, the most power I think I can have at every time I've gotten there, with all the lives still left, and it still nearly takes me out every time. It will push you to your limits, that final fight. And the soundtrack for that fight, the song, absolutely, like, incredible. Just maybe one of the sickest boss fight soundtracks you'll ever see. Like, cannot recommend Hades 2 enough. I'm still playing it. I still have a lot to do in it, but I think I've put, like, let me look here, because, like, Hades 2, I had, yeah, so I've only put, like, almost, like, 20 more hours in, but, like, I've been making massive progress in that time. Even though I started a fresh save, I'm already further than I could get in the, last update before it came out. So, just really chipping away at it, enjoying it, taking my time with it, having a blast. There is so much there to discover, way more than you know. Like, I'm discovering things that are crazy to me, even though I put 70 hours in early access. Like, Supergiant doesn't miss. Really excited to see this one out and about in the world. It's been a blast playing it in early access. I continue to really fucking enjoy it. The soundtrack, the characters, the art is even better at full launch. They, like, dialed it up a further notch. It's just absolutely, like, one of the best
Fantastic.
games you're gonna play. It's just so good. Like,
I
I
have a
cannot
friend. She
wait to see what they do next as a studio, because they've just been making masterpiece after masterpiece since Bastion.
I have a friend who completed Hades 2, and she put about like 120 hours into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a good game. It's a good
yeah,
game.
good game,
It's
good
good.
game,
Game's good. Game's good. It's a good game. All right, all right, all right. It's a good
good
game.
game.
um, and then other than that, a surprising, like, jam, because I think there's some stuff that, like, we touched on a beta of Call of Duty, and I guess we could briefly talk about that if you have anything to really talk about it um, when we get to your stuff.
Yeah,
But what I've something that ended up being a surprise, like, thing that I'm really chomping at the bit playing a lot of, 2XKO. Um,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
out on PC, early access PC. Everyone can play it there. I will say right out the gate, once it comes to console, and I believe it's been confirmed, progress is carrying over for your account. Like, it's cross progression. I'm gonna switch to PS5, just because, like, I prefer that controller, and I might even want to stream it because, like, I really like this fucking game. I really like this game. I just streamed some to Lizzie the other day, and I joined a lobby that was, like, full of 15 people and had a bunch of people on fire, and then I played like 3 different people, and then when we looked at the lobby again, I was the only one on fire, and, like, a bunch of people had dipped. Like, I came in there and I fucking ran that lobby. It was crazy, dude. Dude, like, I just, like, I rematched a dude, like, 4 times at one point, and he just could not get me. I had him locked in. I had him downloaded. And then, like, saw a bunch of Brahms and stuff. Brahm Aria, Brahm Echo. The Brahm Echo, I thought we did a bunch of rematches, but I just kept beating the fuck out of him. And at one point, it seemed like he had some sauce, and then I had an answer for that, and he didn't know what to do after that. And then my last match, I went into what is the bane of my existence, expecting to lose, a Yasuo Darius, and I just absolutely made that man's life hell. I like, at one point I
Perfect.
killed the Yasuo without taking a single hit. I
Damn.
just fucking, like, 100 to 0'd him at the start of the match. Cause I just dashed up, threw him to the ground, and then just as soon as he got back up, I just did not let up. And I just put that man's in the corner and didn't let him do any stupid anime sword shit. And then he just had nothing. Just a bunch of nothing. Like, I was on fire. I was crazy. Ask Lizzie. She was like, wow, you're, like, really good at this for someone who's only been playing, like, a week, really. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm good at this game. I don't remember being this good at fighting games. I haven't dipped my hand into ranked. I'm gonna do more weeks of practice, but I'm absolutely going to, at least to see where I place. I know there's people that can totally kick my ass. Like I said, if you go through my track record, I was showing Lizzie. There's, like, it starts out, my first 3 matches were losses. Then I had a win. Then loss, then win. I usually seem to be like 3 wins, 3 losses, 3 wins, 3 losses. Somewhere in there's like a 9 loss streak, and then I go on, like, then I went on, like, an 11 win streak in one day, which was crazy. And if you look at it, it really does seem that like I haven't counted it exactly. If it's not a 50-50 like win-loss split, it's damn close. It's damn close. It
Gross.
might as well be 50-50. Like a usual session for me is, did I play 8 matches? I won 4, I lost 4. And usually I get my losses in first, and then after my losses, I start winning. But I started, like, you know, losing all the time, never even able to take a round. After, like, a day or two of playing, I could confidently take a round out of everyone. And then by the 3rd day, I was starting to take matches. And now it's pretty much a 50-50 split, which is damn fucking good for someone that hasn't played fighting games in nearly 2 decades. So I'm cooking people up. I'm playing with a B button that's a little sticky too, which is crazy scary to do in a fighting game. I have to constantly like clean it with isotope alcohol. It's better now than it was, but like, oh man, when the B button's like acting up and I'm in the middle of my game and I'm like,
Oh
no, no, no,
no!
no, no,
I'm
no,
like,
I
no, no,
can't.
no, 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 no.
That's my heavy. I need that heavy. I can't keep the Yasuo off of me if I don't have the heavy, because he's trying to dash in and I can just chunk him out with the I need the heavy. No, no, no. Now's not the time. Yo, when you feel it starting to act up mid-fight, I'm like, all right, time to pop the super. Gotta go in. Gotta go in right now. I don't have time.
Go, 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 go,
The
go.
monkey pole is curling actively in the corner of the screen. I am an Ari Timo main. Everyone hates me. Do not disrespect my little boy. I will come for you. Bro, I'm a man. My Teemo, by the way, is definitely my better character. Like, my Teemo is mastery level 3. Ari is only mastery level 1. I am doing way more work as Teemo. That's what I 100 to 0 the Yasuo with, by the way, with fucking Teemo. I just threw him in a corner, and then it was just mushrooms, frying pans, and sleep darts, and little doot-doots on my trumpet until he was dead.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro, I hit him with the taunt too, like twice. I stepped back to taunt, and then he moved forward, and I just threw him again. I was like, why are you pressing buttons? Don't be doing that's not your turn.
Awful. Awful.
There was a Vi I played against that, like, I kept getting with the big mushroom super, like, right as she would dive in, so then she would do a little charge punch right into it and get fucking poison nuked into the air, and I would pop the, like, fucking dart super and fly up into the air and just juggle her with the dart. So I was fucking, that shit's so fucked. He's such a little bastard character. He's my favorite. I fucking love him. You just hit him with the business. You just, I'm a Yordle scout. Do not disrespect. Super fun. And then I tried a bunch of characters, showing off the different characters to Lizzie and stuff, because like, I will say also I really like the art style, and it like reminds me of Arcane, because it's very like poppy, it's very like saturated heavy and like bold. And then it's like, yeah, but it's not quite Arcane. Yeah, but you got them Arcane skins though, and you put those Arcane skins on some of those characters, and you'd be like, this is just Arcane Season 2, Episode 4. That's what I'm looking at. You put those Arcane skins on Jinx, Vi, and Echo. Like, this is just, no, this is just, yep, it's just Vi from Arcane. I started playing around. I've only really played Echo, Ari, and Teemo at that time when I was playing until I went into the practice. They don't have like a raw practice. There's like learn the combos and then advanced training for like that character, which is fine. You don't have to do the instructions there, and you can just run around and do your own thing. But I really do want like a proper ass practice session to be put in the game when it fully launches, so I can lab it up, as it were. Because I started playing some other people. I have no interest in being a Yasuo or Darius player. I refuse. I'm better than that. I am. I am just factually better than that. I beat the shit out of that duo. Get fucked. Don't fucking Hasagi and me eat this mushroom, loser. Fucking loser. Get put in the net and hit with my frying pan. Little trumpets. Do. I'm the best. I got my badge. Now my poison's better. What are you gonna do about it? Die. That's what you're gonna do about it. Got my badge. Now my poison's better. Poison's better. Do. There you go. So I was showing Lizzie like different characters and stuff. I showed her Iari, who we both swooned over because big muscle mommy.
Yeah,
Yo, Yari's
valid.
fun. I was fucking around in the combos and was like, yo, I might have to pick up Yari. And then I tried Warwick, who's pretty fun, and I tried Jinx, who's pretty fun, and then I tried Vi. And I fought against a bunch of Vi's, but I haven't tried her myself because I don't have her. You gotta unlock them, right? I spent my unlock on. I bought the season pass. I spent my unlock on Tebow. I went on my boy immediately. And Ari's out the gate, so I like Ari. I think my next one's Vi. It was going to be Jinx, but having dabbled in both, I think I'm gonna play Vi way better than I play Jinx. I started fucking around with Vi and the combos, and bro, I was just like, real quick, ask Lizzie. I was just like, does that combo into that? Oh, it does. Is that an overhead? It is. Can you overhead into? You sure can. You sure can overhead into that power geyser. Don't let him tell you you can't. It combos. I'm watching it combo right now. I don't care if it's unsafe. That's the fun part. Like, bro, you get put into a corner by a Vi who knows what they're doing. You're not getting out, man. You're just not
Just
getting out. Like, you just give him like, oh, and her parry's got that little box there. Whop whop. Whoo, it's the follow-ups. Oh, dude, I was like, I spent like 40 minutes on Vi in the practice round after only spending like 5 or 10 on everyone else. I haven't tried Blitzcrank at all. I kind of want to because I think it's neat. Um, we'll see. I like Echo. I'm just not good at Echo. I like him, but I'm not good at him. But like, as I was playing the Vi, I was like, yo, I kind of might have to pick up Vi though. And if I pick up Vi, I'm like, gonna have to spend some of that donate plasma money to get that Vi Arcane skin because as a
oh my
lesbian, I think
god.
I have to if I'm gonna play the
Oh my god.
character. Hit him with the Mad Dog, Fist of the Hound kind of shit, bro. She's
When they said blood,
she's
sweat, and tears for a game,
she's
they didn't mean it literally,
she,
Stella. Do
she's
not give your literal blood for a
bro,
fucking
it's not blood, it's
skin.
plasma, and it pays well, and it's reliable income when I can get like 50 to 75 every week, dude. That's like 200 or more dollars a month I'm not having to what? Hold on to my plasma that just recycles itself in my body anyway? Fuck it. I might as well donate it for a good cause. It helps kids with like cancer and shit, bro, and they pay me for it. Fuck that. I'm doing it. Plus, that money isn't gonna affect my unemployment claim because it's technically not work. So, hey, hey, gaming, dab on them,
Okay.
dude, dude. I'm picking up Vi, and I'm gonna practice those combos real fierce. I'm gonna be Vi Timo. I'm gonna be Vi Timo. I'm gonna pop all the mushrooms out, throw them all over the field, and when everybody acts like a little bitch and starts backing up, I'm just gonna instant switch to Vi, pop that fucking full screen charged punch, and be like, "Where you going? Where you going, sweet thing? Where you going? It's the fist or the mushroom, baby. You're taking one of them."
Oh, jeez.
The way I phrased that.
I still need to pick up 2K but I will definitely pick it up hopefully soon. It's just that I have not been in that mood for fighting games for some reason.
I feel you. I feel
Oh,
you.
yeah.
When you do, let me know. We can play some sets.
I will. I will
Um,
let you know, and I
uh,
will be the most toxic player you will ever know.
yeah. Who do you play? Who do you play?
Seeing who's on the roster for what I'm interested in, it's gonna be Blitzcrank. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grappler main, and then I'm probably gonna pick between either, depending on how they feel. Um, it'll be Warwick, Vi, or Darius.
Hmm. Interesting.
It might be one of those. I'll try the other ones. I'll try like Timo. I'll try oh, what's it called? I'll try Ilaoi again. I love Braum, so I might actually pick up Braum as
I
well. But
believe.
I know Blitzcrank will be one of like the main ones because I
I
love
can't remember
grapplers.
who was free. I think it's Ari, Echo, and two others. I
I
don't
would assume it'd be
remember.
Darius and Yasuo since they were the ones that started
I
out.
think so. Yeah. So Braum, Jinx, Vi, Warwick, Timo, and Blitzcrank have to be unlocked. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Ilaoi as well, I'm assuming as well.
I think so. Yeah, I don't remember. I know, like, I'm definitely gonna pick up Vi and Jinx at some point.
Mhm.
Iari's in there and Warwick's in there for me. I haven't tried Blitzcrank, so I'm definitely gonna take a peek at him. Yasuo and Darius will never be in my roster. I refuse to spend an iota of time acknowledging those fuckboys. The only acknowledging I'll be doing to them is putting them in the grave where the mushrooms grow. Bro, I felt so good. 100-0, the fucking Yasuo was Teemo. I got him with the parry, too. I hit him with that third strike.
Oh, that
Parry.
fucking bloop, yeah.
He went to do like a little fucking Hasagiri, like point blank at me or some shit in the corner, and I was just like, and then just lit him up. I followed it up with the mushroom super, and he was just in a corner with like 30 mushrooms. And then I just backed up, chucked like 3 more mushrooms at him, did the taunt, rolled back in, hit him back in the corner, into the fucking super with the flying darts, and just killed him. And I was just like, don't fucking pop your stupid moves in front of my face like that. I will parry you every time, young man. This man's was not the average Yasuo player. They're usually a lot better and more dangerous than that. This man was just pressing buttons, and I was like, oh, you don't know what you... Fuck off. You don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna style on you real quick. Yeah, I was, you'll have to ask, you could ask Lizzie about it in the group chat. I was, like, surprisingly, like, doing really good. What's crazy is I was accidentally playing with the joystick at first, and then for the final match, where I fought that Yasuo Darius, I switched to the D-pad, like I prefer, and then fucking just ripped this man apart. like, dude, it was, this dude, I was up in this man's head. This man could not play this game. I was not having it. Yeah. So 2xKO is really, really good. I really like it. It's free, which made it really easy to commit to, like, learning a fighting
Yeah,
game.
that's probably a good thing it's free at the moment, so yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be free at launch. It's free.
Yeah.
The game will be free when it comes out to consoles and is on more than just PC. It'll be crossplay. I'm pretty sure there's cross progression. I'm actually gonna check that right now. Yep, it's on PC, coming soon to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5 consoles. Hang on, I'm looking for a little bit more. Give me. Maybe this is the one I want. Let me just scrolling through and seeing if I think they talked about it or at one point. So we're in season 0 for early access, and I believe it runs the rest of the year. 2026 will be made up of 5 seasons. Each season will come with a new champ, ranked reset, battle pass, and more. That means their 10th champ will be dropping when early access hit on October 7th, so that's already out. So a new champion every season is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
I'm not seeing anything. I'm almost certain that, like, they said, I'm almost certain they said that it's going to be cross progress will carry over between, like, console and all that. Because, like, it's a free-to-play game. There's no reason there. It's going to. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's honestly probably the fighting game the community's been waiting for in terms of, like, we've been talking about this, about there should be just a really solid free-to-play fighting game that would do so much for the genre. Well, here it is. And it's quite good, actually. And I feel like it's not, like, overbearing to pick up. Like, it does, like, the game seems simple enough, at least in concept, to get in there and not feel overwhelmed, even if you're losing. I also I really like fuses, and the way that, like, depending on the fuse you pick, changes the entire type of, like, tag fighter that you are playing, personally. As far as, like, There's double assist, there's tag supers together, there's you can't tag your one guy can't assist or whatever, but you can tag him in and he can't die. But they only have to kill your other guy. So like there's like a balanced stat. And then Juggernaut, which is where you still pick two, but you only play as one character with like a beefed up health bar and some extra power. So like, and the fact that you can do solo or a queue with the duo, which I haven't done at all, but like I really do enjoy this. And I'm usually like in my time with fighting games across my youth, I was never a tag fighter person. I always hated them. I really like this one. I really do like this one, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And honestly, like in a world where fighting games thrive on like skins and cosmetics these days, I mean, it's League of Legends, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all that needs to be said there, right? It's gonna have what you need in that regard. Um, it's gonna have what you need. I will say, um, definitely some people I would like to see in this game. Um,
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of people I would consider in this.
I would love. Oh, we should definitely have a little back and forth about this. If you could pick any three that are going to be into XKO at some point, what would you pick?
Any three.
Any three. Give me your top three. Like, it doesn't matter when they come, whether it's in the first year or not. Like, they're going to be there. Who would you just slap into the game?
Okay, I can one already. Kazakhs.
Kha'Zix. What? Really? Okay. Not well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kha'Zix. Okay. What does he do? Like, what is it? What is it? What is he? What's his vibe? How does that work into XKO
So
though?
so I mean, Mortal Kombat already has characters that have gone invisible, so we can do like a
I
one
mean,
or
Timo can go
1.5.
invisible.
Yeah, so there you go. So we can have causes kind of do that. But the whole point is that as you play, it's sort of like the way I guess some characters have in Street Fighter 6. You know this, Manon and Jamie have like the drink medals where like the more they perform certain things or activate something,
Yeah.
they upgrade. So you basically start upgrading Kha'Zix. So you
I
can
mean,
probably upgrade his
Timo
wing.
has the badge system. Do you know about that?
No, I do not know about the
So the
badge
badge
system.
system is as you do your darts and your mushrooms, and I forget what the other thing is. When you do them enough and actually like land them, not getting them blocked, but do them and get damage enough, they upgrade and you get a badge in the match, and now your darts are better, just for the whole rest of the fucking match. So if you get it in round one, even if you lost, that's great. Doesn't matter. You've got the upgraded darts for the rest of the fucking match now.
Yeah,
Um,
so you would do something similar with Kha'Zix, where it's
yeah.
like its claws, is the little spikes that he throws.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he gets a bit of like of a hover or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I think I want to see like semi humanoid character in there. You
Oh,
know,
for
that's
sure,
not
for sure,
necessarily.
for sure. Absolutely agree. There needs to be more freaks.
Yeah, like even what's it called, Rek'Sai. Like Rek'Sai would be kind of cool
Rek'Sai,
having
dude,
the.
Rek'Sai is so I'm way more hype about a Rek'Sai than a Kha'Zix out of your picks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rek'Sai,
Fucking
like
Rek'Sai.
because Kha'Zix is like invisible and like kind of bursty damage, so he's like glass cannon but goes invisible for his own defense and has like a weird hover for his own defense.
Yeah,
Rek'Sai being like I'm gonna go in the ground is so much more fascinating about how does that work? Does she just
yeah.
put like fucking little tunnels all over the map and it just lets her dash in and out real quick? That sounds
There
fucking
you
dog
go.
shit.
Yeah,
That's my new
exactly.
main. Rek'Sai Timo, Rek'Sai Timo, lock it in. Lock it in. World champ.
Lock it in.
World champ. Daigo could never.
Daigo could never. All right, and then if
Yeah, who's
I'm
your
trying
third
to,
pick? Okay, so you've
uh,
got. I'm definitely a fan of the Rek'Sai pick. The Kha'Zix would be okay, but I definitely think Rek'Sai is a better choice, just because it's so unique.
the thing is, I want like a potentially ranged character like Jinx in the game.
Jinx is in the game.
Uh, no, no, like someone like Jinx, but like we're gonna have someone like I want maybe Graves in there with the shotgun, but and then you have like the
Interesting.
smoke screen and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But I also want fucking Nautilus, man. I want big giant dude
yeah,
because
yeah.
the with
Okay.
fucking and
Okay. Well, I mean, there's four.
here.
I'm gonna be honest. Like Nautilus, I feel like is definitely gonna like you're gonna get something like that. Come on, a big hook boy. There's always room
Yeah,
for
yeah.
more than one of those. And if this game is free to play and it's pulling from League and it's doing really well, people thought it wasn't
Mhm.
going to do well. It's doing quite well. When this game's on consoles and free to play with cross play and cross progression, and your roster is fucking League of Legends, homie,
Yeah.
we're looking at a free-to-play fighting game that's probably going to last a really, really long
Long time.
time. Which means if you're a new character every season and there's 5 seasons in a year, well, shit, I guess at some point you're probably getting that. There's a high chance you're getting at least 2 of your 4. There's a
Yeah,
real high chance
exactly.
you get them all.
Yep.
So the graves, a cool thing they could do conceptually with that is for that, like, you throw the smoke screen, and if you go through it, you're untargetable. So you use the smoke screen to get in range of your shotgun. And then you hit him with the shotgun blast, which of course would push you back and let you just start doing your reset.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool.
And that's why you use your dash to like kind of like
yeah.
sort of cancel, like attack cancels.
So like you could smoke screen, dash in, shotgun, the blast hits, does the damage, puts you back in the smoke screen where you can safely reload and try to connect it back and follow up again. Like there's stuff there for sure. So if I'm picking 4, since you picked 4, straight at the gate, Fiddlesticks. Give me my boy with the crows. I want my fear mechanic. I want to swipe at a dude and have him get scared. I want to put fake ones that I can swap with. Like, come on.
You're literally wanting to play Dr. Faust in fucking Guilty Gear.
You're goddamn right I am. You're goddamn right I am. I can't play Guilty Gear to save my life, but I bet you I could play Fiddlesticks in 2XKO. I don't need to be good at Guilty Gear if I'm just good at Freaks in 2XKO. It pushes up glasses.
Yo.
What's that meme of the guy with the butterfly, except it's like Dr. Faust, but like Fiddlesticks, and it's like, is this Dr. Faust from Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
Telling my kids this is Dr. Faust from Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's rich. That's the fighting game community is howling at that one. The FGC is in shambles.
Oh god.
So right out the gate, Fiddlesticks.
Good choice.
Because I'm a toxic baby girl, Heimerdinger. Put him in.
Oh,
put him in. Put him in. Do it. 2XKO. Think about the money. Think about the money you can make off the skins for raising your dog.
God, the fucking turrets are gonna be
the turrets,
so
the bouncing grenades, the fucking airstrike missiles, and like you spend your meter to make a super turret that just shoots a dude even if he's invisible. Like, yo, you got Teemo. Why not? What's one more?
What's one more Yordle?
So Fiddlesticks, Heimerdinger, for sure. Absolute must-haves. Let's see. Who else would I want? Oh, honestly, I have to. Talia. I need my rock girl. I need setup rock girl.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, her kit, dude, like, I don't know how you make the ultimate work in this game. I don't think you need to. But, like, bro, the rock, shoot projectile, give me a single shot charged version that's, like, a heavy EX. And then, like, you get your trail of rocks to slow them down when they're trying to come in. I get the bounce back to bounce them away or bounce them into me to do my thing. Like, and then if she moves, when you're dashing, she, like, rides the stone and you can set up off that to do different moves. Like, keep that flow state going. Like, come on. She fits in the game so well, Talia. And I'm a Talia main. That's one of my favorites. Alright, so I've put in some winners here. I'm gonna go even.
We got one more extra one.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go deep out of left field. Are you ready? Kled.
Oh, Kled is actually a very interesting. Yeah.
So like, oh, you made me dismount my monster. Game's not over yet, homie. like, I like the normalest one I picked was like Talia. Everyone else is, I'm like, Heimerdinger, Fiddlesticks.
Is a fucking freak.
Kled is a fucking great A freak. You're like, I want a big grappler again. And like, this freak. And then like, this one's more freaky, but big grappler. And then other big grappler. And I'm like, freakier, normal.
Yeah.
hit me with the fucking... Dude, I cannot wait to see who they add each season. Like, I'm genuinely excited. Because I'm like, yo, this game's free. I like it when the game is free. It's easy to step into. I feel good about spending money in a game I didn't have to pay for that's good. The netcode is immaculate. It's so good.
I have to go through a League of Legends roster just to, because like there's somewhere I can think of that like they're gonna add them. They're
I
like
mean, I feel like
100% gonna
Caitlyn's
like
guaranteed. Caitlyn's guaranteed.
Lee Sin. I think Lee Sin's guaranteed.
Yeah,
I
I could
just
see Lee
yeah.
Sin. I think Caitlyn's guaranteed for sure.
I could see Garen also guaranteed since he would just be sort of like
I don't think
a
we're
variation
like
of
Garen.
Darius,
I don't
but
think we're getting Garen. I think it's too close to Darius for because like they're already kind of the same champion in League. That's gonna feel that like Venn diagram of them being the same is a circle in the fighting game. It's too close, I think.
well the thing is that Shotos always exist, and there's always gonna be like characters that are very similar to each other,
There are
like they're
better
the same.
Shotos. There are
But
better Shotos than
yeah, but
Garen.
it's sort of the thing of like Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. Like you have Darius, and then you have Garen, and it's like what's gonna happen is that one of them has maybe sort of the similar moves, but like their playstyle is just slightly different, like what they combo into and stuff like that. So I
I think that
that
like
sort
a
of thing is
Jace
already
is more likely. I think a Jace kind of fits that Shoto bill and is more different than Garen would feel, but would still be in range of fulfilling that terminology. And Jace is like arcane value, whereas Garen isn't. I feel like Jace is way more likely in terms of like a kind of Ryu Ken like. Um I think as much as people don't want to accept it, I think we're getting Yone at some point. I think there's no way we don't.
I think we're gonna get Yon.
Like the game's gonna have
We
five
might get
seasons.
Malphite.
The
I'd say
game,
we're
dude, the game's gonna
definitely.
have 5 seasons a year, a new character every season. That's 5 new champs every year in theory. Like that's even if they dial back seasons where they do some years they only do 3 seasons, right? That's still 3 characters a year. Like it's gonna ramp
Yeah.
up. Eventually, you're gonna get into what like there's so many characters in League. Like who like
Yeah.
it's crazy because like we really have never had a fighting game with a roster this big that it can pull from. Nor have we had one that's even close to that's free to play, which means they like and at the rate they make their characters too, like I don't know, there's so much on the table. There's obviously everybody wants to see their favorites. I lucked out, Aubrey's in the game, Jinx is in the game, Vi is in the game, Teemo's in the game. Like Blitzcrank is cool. I like Blitzcrank. I wouldn't mind seeing Lux. I think Lux would be neat.
I do think Lux is gonna get in there. I definitely think that's gonna be like a.
I would love to see Oriana would be really fun to
Oh,
play.
Ori's basically would be like the Jacko. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
Ori
definitely
would be
could pull out
great.
Ori. Yeah.
Ori would be great.
Oh, Nar would be kind of cool as well.
Nari would be really interesting. A rage mechanic that you don't quite control.
Yo,
That's nuts. That's like a mix of Blanca and Nagyaruki from Guilty Gear.
mm-hmm.
It's like Fist of the Demon mode, except you don't control when to pop that. You just kind of control it. So you gotta play around when it's gonna trigger.
Exactly.
That's so neat for a fighting game. And visually it'd be very compelling. I would love to see what's their fucking name? Oh boy. Thresh. I would love Thresh if we're getting like more grapple people, because Thresh isn't quite the tanky grappler that like Blitzcrank is, but I think Thresh could be really neat.
Yeah, no, Thresh can definitely be in there. Yeah.
Honestly, super fun pick. Probably really annoying to fight against. Nefiri.
Oh,
Dude,
Nefiri, yeah, that
little
would.
fucking dog boy,
Yeah.
dog pack. That. Yo, you know who would be good though? Just because of the nature of the dual forms. Scythe guy. Darken boy.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is that dude's name?
I'm looking through the
Kane. Kane, because like it's like okay, did you burn? If it'd be something like get it like depending on how you play him depends on what form he goes into, and then his whole moveset changes. That'd be so neat. I want Akali. Akali is just gonna be a Buki. Let's be honest.
Like, yeah,
it's
basically.
Just a Buki.
Yeah.
It's just a Buki, but hotter and cooler. So yeah, super great.
Set's gonna definitely be a one character. I think he just kind of already has the move set.
Yeah. Set. You gotta put Set in. Come on. Yeah. Even I'll play Set. Come on, I'm the boss. Hit him with it. Dude, the Ornn. Get Ornn in here. Hell yeah.
Oh, fucking Ornn, Jesus.
Volley Bear? There's so many. There's so many. We can do this all day. This will be the whole show.
We could literally do this all
We're
day.
just listing the
Sivana,
roster of League of
Renekton,
Legends.
yeah, we're literally just going, yeah, this one could be in. Yeah, this one. It's
This
literally
one
just
could
the
be-
entire. This is the entire just roster at this point. It's like, yeah, everyone could get in there.
Yeah. Warriors, come out and play.
God, Annie would be so.
Dude,
fun.
Annie. Oh, Flash Burst Timbers.
God, fuck that. No, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
There's nowhere to go. It's a fighting game. You're at the edge of the lane already.
Imagine playing Olaf and he does basically his ult, and that like you can't like he basically gets like full armor and like can't be affected by any sort of like
No, I got it.
debuffs or anything like that.
No, the most toxic. I got the most toxic. Are you ready?
What?
Oh no, what's his name? Drinking Man.
Gragas?
Gragas, yeah. Because you know why? You know why it'd be the most toxic? The constant belching.
Oh my god. The taunting. They just keep taunting with this.
No. The belching's part of the moves.
Oh.
The taunt is also a belch, but two of his actual moves in game involve belching.
Belching.
So like he's just belching all the time. I would love Maokai. I want Tree Boy. Yeah.
Maokai
wait
needs
a
to be a
minute.
grappler.
Hold on.
Needs to be a grappler.
We're thinking too small. We can go more freak than we thought. Are you ready?
Okay. Right.
I have to remember his name.
What did he look like?
He's the tree man, the skinny one, the jungler.
Oh, Ivern.
How the hell does Ivern work in this game, dude? He's like the most passive fucking champion in the game. He doesn't really have a lot of offensive moves, but like I want to be this lanky ass tree man. Just how do you do? Good day to you. Like, dude,
okay.
Incredible.
I'm going to do something that is not Ivern. It's not Ivern.
Oh no, hang on. Think about like playing footsies in fighting games, that back and forth, trying to suss people out. And now imagine that with Ivern. This lanky ass frame, like just one step back, one step forward. They do the animation. Looks so strange.
The thing is that for me it's stupid because Ivern reminds me a lot from G of Street Fighter V. Even though they would play nothing alike, all I can think of is Ivern just playing as G, and it'd be stupid as hell. But no, you would have to bring Daisy in it somehow.
Oh,
Daisy
well,
would have to come in.
Daisy's in it, but like, dude, I can't wait to see what they do. I'm so excited. Like, every time a character comes out, if I'm remotely interested in them, I'm gonna be like hype as hell that month. And the beauty is there's already a bunch I don't care about, and because it's free to play, I'm just gonna unlock the ones I care about, homie. I don't gotta worry about buying them. I just unlock the one I want to care about.
Wait, we already can get a Blanca. It's called Rammus. He just fucking launched himself.
Yeah, it's just Rammus. Yeah. It's just Rammus.
Yeah,
just Rammus, thanks.
Just Rammus. Okay.
Oh my god, this game is great, dude. Yeah, anytime you want to hop on and play some 1v1s with me, you know, I'm not really interested in doing duos with people at the moment, but I will sit there and play some sets with you no matter what. Like, I fucking love this game.
Yeah. You know who's also a good freak? Vel'Koz. I just realized that.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. That's pretty freak, but as a lesbian, I'm gonna have to shift Vel'Koz to the side and push forward Bel'Veth.
Oh, Bel'Veth. Oh,
dude,
fuck.
Dude, how does that work? Does she just eat your champion if she kills it and she gets stronger?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
done. Easy. It's free. It's free money, Riot. Alright. That's been my month. What you been playing, buddy?
Okay, so I guess I'll try to go through, I guess, sort of Oktoberfest, more like just demos I played.
Yeah, you want to follow that same format, sure.
So I tried the one that you recommended me, Crystal Theater of the Idols.
Yes,
the one
yes. What did you think?
Yeah. So I do like the concept of it. I think it's very interesting where you do, you are using ammo as your health, which I've seen sort of in other games per se. Well, more like or less, at least I should say the concept of health being a resource as well. Because I know, for instance, Lost Planet kind of does it, but it's more
I
like
mean,
your health
I
is just
mean,
mostly declining, but
I
that's it.
mean, I
It's
mean,
just it's just a resource that you
I
need to
mean,
maintain
homie, we were just
thorough.
talking about a genre where the entire game health is a resource.
Yeah, fighting games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Health is a
yeah, yeah.
resource. It's the most
Health is
important one resource. You lose it, you lose the game. I
you
don't care
lose the
about
game.
your meter. I care about my health.
But I will say I from what I played,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I when is it planning to launch? I
I
think
have
it's still
no
like a
idea. I
year
don't
out, right?
remember.
Let me
I don't
see.
remember.
Crystal. Oh, Crystal. Because I think if it's there's coming soon, so I don't think it's anytime soon, which is good because I think this game definitely still needs a bit more time. Like I think like an extra year and a year and a half, and I think this game could potentially be like a really good survival horror game because
Mm-hmm.
from what I played, the enemy combat feels a bit weird, and that like
Mm-hmm.
at least in Dead Space and Resident Evil and stuff like that, like they usually kind of either hint for you or kind of already they tell you ways in order to deal with it. And this one there wasn't any, so you were like, all right, let me do the head, all right, let me do the limbs, and then eventually like you can take off the torso until like only the legs are allowed, and then you kill the legs. I guess like you're almost destroying all aspects of these like mannequins per se, which is
Yeah.
fine. I think if we're gonna go with that style where you have to basically destroy the entire body, all right. I think there's gonna be ways to manage it, but fine. I think there's the parry mechanic in this game, and that's the only thing I never mastered. It was really hard to figure out uh when to like time it per se, because sometimes the enemies would do really quick attacks, and I couldn't like hit the parry like quick enough
Mm.
because like there's no build up to it. Like it's just done, and it's like oh shit, okay. So I hopefully like in the game they maybe teach you a bit better how to do
Yo.
that.
Side note: I see your boy playing 2XKO.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Like I'm saying, people. I have friends who are playing 2XKO, so they are loving the game as well. Like, and they're fighting game players as well. So.
Yo, I might have to hop in there and get my ass kicked a bit. I'm sure I'm not that good actually. Incoming, I suddenly when I try my ranked and I play some like master, and I'm like, okay, Evo, here I come.
Yeah,
Not
you.
that's not happening. Let's be clear. I'm making a joke.
Mhm.
I'm probably like a silver player right now. Although I feel like I'm pretty good for someone who hasn't played in almost 2 decades fighting games. Period. Like the fact that I'm winning it all, and let alone going a near 50-50, is pretty damn good. I'm getting better. I'm
I
getting better
definitely
too.
I definitely on and off, but I'm definitely like in the silver, maybe like low gold
I mean,
region.
when I played competitive Overwatch, my highest was I was gold 1 in every role for like 4 seasons in a row. And then
Okay.
afterwards, I got stuck in silver and couldn't get out. I've done ranked in league, I've done just placements, and I got like iron 4. But the beauty of fighting games is I don't have to worry about a teammate. It's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me. And if I just hit him
Except
with
you.
if I just hit him with the mushies, then what's he gonna do?
Unless you play tag team 2XKO, where then you do definitely have a teammate that you have to rely on.
Well, the only way I'd be doing that is I'd be playing with somebody that one I'm on a Discord call or whatever with, and someone that I really trust and have a good vibe with. Like I would play with you, I would play with Lizzie or Jace. I ain't playing with randoms.
Yeah, yep.
I'll eat the random L in like a team game like League or Overwatch or whatever, even though I don't play Overwatch at all anymore. But in a fighting game, where I feel like it's even more precise when mistakes happen, nah, you better be. I'm only stacking with somebody I know.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, that's why I recommended the game to use, because I was like, this is pretty neat. I feel like
Yeah.
he'll appreciate this. I didn't play it myself. I just watched them play it, and that's how I found out about it. And I was like, it's aesthetically and what's going on is neat enough that even if it was rough around the edges, I feel like it's worth taking a look at if it's your kind
Yeah,
of
no,
game.
it's definitely worth taking at least a look. And I'm like, okay, for what it is at the moment, a rough, but I definitely do think that this game could definitely come out on top with a bit more time. Like I said, like a year and a half
Mm-hmm.
more development, and I think this game could be really solid,
Yeah.
like very solid. So, that's why I put it on the wish list. I will keep an eye on it. because I'm definitely interested in it.
Sick.
Um,
Sick.
something else I've played demo wise. Oh, there's one. This is by the. Let me see. So the game is called Isla, Aila, Isla.
A
Uh,
I L A.
Aila,
Isla.
Isla.
Oh, I've seen this. It's like a fear thing, isn't it?
Not fear. It is horror game. I think the best way I can describe it is it tries to play into the psychological horror and the ways of like you've seen with Evil Within, you've seen with Layers of Fear, where like it tries to play a lot with sounds like where like just like level layout because sometimes you'll like turn around and like the game changes how it looks and stuff like that. So it tries to play a lot along those lines. And for what I played, it's like uh again very rough, very rough. So the fact that this game is coming out in a month is a little bit worrying. If it was coming
Hmm.
out like in a year, I'd be like, okay, I could see
Interesting.
that.
Okay.
Because the thing, like when I was playing it, like one of the things I noticed is that a lot of the audio stuff seemed a little bit weird. Like some like surround noise and stuff like work fine. Like you can hear like on the left ear like a little like whispering, and it was like sounds like it was coming through the wall sort of thing. Like that works fine. But like for instance, some of the times when like the game tries to play a cutscene, like there's audio desync. Like something played a little bit earlier than it should have, or even animations played like what seemingly felt a bit earlier to the sound per se.
Hmm.
So I that's why I'm like this being a bit like a month away feels a bit off. Because I think these might take a little time to actually like properly like align and stuff. But even then, the game
Sorry.
itself, like the demo, like it's very simple. It was just kind of like you're walking around, you're trying to solve puzzles. Um, and they're very simple puzzles. I like none of them felt like anything where you like had to really think. It was just like, oh, you got pliers. Oh, there's teeth with like keys in them. Like, what do you do? Well, you're gonna pull that shit out. And it's like it's very I guess it's a very simple thing. So I don't know if like that's gonna be like one of their main focus per se. Like I think they're just gonna have puzzles like around, but maybe not the main focus. But we'll see because from what it sounds like is the whole point is that like there's like an AI trying to basically like tailor quote unquote tailor like the game to your fears and it's supposed to kind of like learn but like that's just kind of like the story of it. That's kind of how it's being presented. And even like the demo, the way it ended was like first you find like a headset and like you sit down like in the middle of it and then your head gets cut off and then as you and that's just like halfway through the demo and then at the end you're basically in the same situation but instead of being the one that's sitting you're the one that's doing the cutting the head off so you cut your own head off somehow. Like it's
Oh,
supposed to
okay.
psychologically like yeah play with your mind and stuff like that. So it's
Got
I
you.
do think
Got you.
it's a very interesting concept. It's just that like at least in terms of the gameplay and things like that, I think it's still a bit on the rougher side. I think this game just needs a bit more time to like kind of just flesh
Hmm.
a little bit
Hmm.
of that gameplay stuff.
Yeah, I was looking at the Steam page and it was like, yeah, there's something here. Whether it is enough to like do what it's trying to do, we'll wait to be seen.
Yeah, I'm hoping Scary Games Squad plays it because
Hmm.
I know
Hmm.
definitely this is gonna be one of those that's gonna be really fun for them to like just watch and see them play. But
I
whether
do.
it's gonna be
I
a
enjoy
great
watching
game, I don't know.
them play
Yeah,
games. They
and
they're
then
they are currently on a my what is now my current favorite playthrough, which I know you've played from what I can tell on Steam. A lot of
yes,
Silent Hill F. So I can't wait to hear your thoughts on
I will
that.
I will talk about that. That game was
All
holy
right.
shit.
I trust me. I watch every episode of their playthrough that's come out, and it's progressively impressed me more as they've gotten further into it. Where I'm like, okay, there's a game here, huh, Konami?
Yeah, yeah. Silent Hill. Yeah,
Stay tuned for when we get to what Vaughn played that's not demos, but it, Konami might sometimes make games.
They might make games
Sometimes.
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 And let's see. Oh, there's a playtest that I got invited to that just opened up recently. So, and it's only available to I think November 2nd or 8th. I need to look
Oh,
up
and what is this
quickly.
called?
It's called Far Far West.
I've seen this popping up on your like Steam thing. Like you've been playing a lot of this. Yeah. Far,
Yes,
far.
West.
I see it. Far, far west. Okay.
November 6th. Wow, completely in the wrong. Yeah, Far Far West. It's open right now for the playtesting.
Oh.
This game is apparently still 2+ years out of development. Like it still has
Wow.
2 more years
Okay.
before it's even out, and it plays better than most games do at this moment. Like it's that surprising.
Really?
Like yes, like compared to the 2 demos that I play, where I'm like, oh, they're kind of rough, but and they might need a year
How
more
long is this playtest going on for?
till November 6th.
You know what?
So you got like
I'm
a week.
downloading it right now.
Yeah, it plays surprisingly well. So the game plays similar to a lot of the kind of objective games that if you played like Helldivers 2, where it's like you go into a
Mm-hmm.
mission, there's side objectives that you could do, but there's a main objective that you need to complete, and then
I
you
mean,
gotta beat a
I
boss.
very much like what Helldivers is. It's just one of those things that, especially as a live service, as most of these types of games will be now, because they
Hmm.
are I don't want to say unfortunately, because unfortunately makes it sound like live service inherently itself is a problem, and that's not true. Just as microtransactions themselves and DLC are inherently at concept level not the issue with the industry at all. Like, because we had plenty of years where they were in the industry and not problematic. It's the implementation of them, which comes down to usually producers. And rarely is a developer a core issue, but not always. But anyway, my point, a little sidebar there side is, I like these games. My issue with them is now with them being kind of firmly probably always locked in live service, which
Hmm.
fits the type of game it is, not hitting them within the first couple of weeks is basically like don't bother with the game. Is what it feels like. Like that's what Helldivers 2 became. I loved Helldivers 1. I played it so much. I was so stoked for Helldivers 2. And I didn't get it in time, and by the time I did, I was like already too late to the party, and then they had the kerfuffle moment and no one was playing, and then I didn't come back right away when people came back, and now it's like it's too late. It's too late for me to get into Helldivers 2 now. Because even if I'm playing with friends and I have friends that play the game, which I do, everyone else is so geared that like the only things I can do, they are walking gods, and I kinda won't get to play the game for quite a while until I've caught up in level and shit, right? Like, which is annoying. I don't want to be endlessly carried in this game. That's not the nature of this game. That's not what I'm here to experience, right? Like, so because I didn't get there around the same time to at least keep pace relatively with people, I'm so far behind that it is just people effortlessly carrying me to the point where I don't even really get to shoot my gun because things are dying too quick. So I basically I missed out. So that's my one worry about games like these is like that's why like I try if I have an interest in them, I know now that like I need to do my best to like if I really want to try it, get in there early because if I end up liking it, it's going to be great for me, right? Like but
Yeah,
I need to get there early. If I had been Helldivers like 2, week 1, 2, I would have kept playing no matter what kerfuffle was going on, and then I would be like religiously involved in Helldivers 2. So, um, look for me in the future third galactic war against the bugs and robots.
bugs, robots,
I
and
will
the
be there.
aliens.
I will
Yeah,
serve for Super Earth for Helldivers 3, where they've said maybe there'll be a hub. And maybe
yeah.
we'll use a non outdated engine that time.
God, please. The only thing is that with Holdovers 2 recently, the problem is that like one of the recent patches that came out in September.
We talked about this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember. I
But
was just like using it
yeah,
as like an example.
yeah. It's just that like I refer back to it because only recently did they do a patch, but that patch didn't really fix those hard locking issues, those things
Yeah.
that would cause computers to like basically like
Yeah.
crash and break down, and still has not been fixed. They did do a lot of buffs and a lot of stealth nerfs that people have figured out about, because they while they buff weapons, they kind of buff the enemies, and that in turn basically uh adjusted some guns that were like maybe okay at where they were,
Mm-hmm.
now like effectively worse
Gotcha.
because they those guns didn't get buffed. So it's a weird mire of things right now with Arrowhead and their way that they've been updating Helldivers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
I was just
depending on how
literally
that
like
goes, but yeah.
using it as an example. I'm never gonna be
No,
getting back into that game. It was just like the only one of that kind of genre I could think of.
the thing is that I do like Helldivers too. Like I do actually like playing it with friends. And even I know you say that like you're far behind, but to be honest, if you can get like maybe one or two war bonds with that have like good gear in it, you even with what gear you have now, like you are still helpful. You still do stuff. Like it's just that when you start playing on the higher difficulties, you do need everyone to kind of work together and like be like coordinating a bit better, because like you need everyone to like, oh, I'm shooting in the front, I need someone making sure I don't get killed in the flank or stuff like that. Like there's some coordination to be had. And in Far West, I think that kind of comes in relevance to with how again difficulty makes the game feel more complete, because there's like more stuff happening in the map the more difficult the game
Oh my
the quest that you
god,
take.
I'm dumb, but keep going.
And so as I was playing Far West with solo and with friends, like I noticed that like it's really fun. Um, I think the weapons that we get a chance to play with, I think there's some like the shotgun that I think needs a little bit more work with,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
like I really love the minigun. Even though like it's probably not the best weapon to use, but it's still fun to use, and that's I think what makes it work. Um, and some of like the spell combos, like I think there's only three I know so far, but there's apparently more combos that have not been mentioned yet.
Oh,
Like even
okay.
the devs have confirmed it with the spells that you
And this is
use,
like
or what's called the
2 years
jokers.
out.
Yeah, this is still more than 2 years out from uh launch, and
That's
like the game is this well developed. Like it's amazing. Like you compare this
oh,
game to other
okay. I'm
games that have
starting
come
to
out.
see why though. They are 4 people.
Oh, 4 people.
They are a 4 people team.
Yeah.
It's a 4 people game. It's being developed by 4 people.
Yeah, and these 4 people managed to develop a game this well. Like this game is honestly like I think only one friend had a bit of a trouble running it per se. Uh, but after like modifying their settings and stuff, it's been running a bit better. But the fact that this game runs well and like barely any bugs and issues that I've had so far,
Interesting.
like
I'm looking
it's
at it. I'm
like
definitely gonna try this. This looks neat as hell.
yeah, it's fun. It really is fun. So
Interestingly, on PC, I'm obviously looking on Steam, and it says, "Is this game relevant to you?" And the 2 games it shows, Destiny 2, of which I have 800-ish hours on almost, and more than that if I count console, and Borderlands 2, which I have 41 hours on. And I'm like, I mean, if the vibes are Destiny when it was good, and the vibes are Borderlands, and even close to that, right? Like, I'm probably going to like this game. I'm gonna be honest.
the only thing I can think of for Destiny is the fact that there are some puzzles that I know my friend Isaac has mentioned that feel like Destiny raid like puzzle mechanics at times. It's kind of how
Wow.
like weird that they are. Like, but they're not like super complicated. It's just like, do you remember this? Can you do match twos? Do you know like
I am
it's
definitely gonna take a look at this. It's
it's stuff like
installed
that.
now. I'm gonna
But the
very
boss
much.
fights do feel like kind of like there's a ghost train that starts sending trains in the map to like run you over. So you have to like keep moving around while you're getting shot by
That's
like projectiles.
incredible. This
Like
sounds also
it's fun.
also known enjoyer of the aesthetic that is Western supernatural Stella over here. Known avid enjoyer of, is it a Western? And then there's some crazy shit going on. I'm sitting here ready and willing to watch Cowboys versus Aliens any night of my life. No, no, no. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Okay, let me be clear. That movie is trash. That movie is trash, but it's that good trash. You know what I mean? Like that movie is peak fast food in movie form. Cowboys versus Aliens, brah, with like some burgies and fries. Just picked up some Wendy's. Yo, yo, yo. I dare you to hit a blunt. Go get some burgers and fries and a shake and watch Cowboys versus Aliens starring one Daniel Craig and tell me this wasn't fun.
Oh, it has what's her name? Fuck. She
I don't fucking remember, dude.
she's from Doctor House is the funny thing. I always remember her as number 13. Fuck.
I don't remember, dude.
Oh, it even has Clancy Brown in there, but
yeah,
like for
dude,
like
dude.
a
Cowboys
brief
versus
moment.
Aliens is a trash movie, but it is
Oh,
pure enjoyment.
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Did I say-
yeah,
yeah, Clancy Brown.
dude,
Yeah.
dude. Cowboys versus Aliens. I saw that in theaters, homie. I saw that in theaters, and I do not regret it to this day. That movie was trash.
God.
Pure, delicious trash. Served on a diamond-studded gold platter, my man. Cowboys versus Aliens. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It's like, hey, it's better than most of the movies Illuminati gets subjected to.
Oh God, I can only assume.
It's better than a Neil Breen movie, and really, that's the only bar you have to meet these days.
Oh Jesus, Neil Breen, my God.
Oh Jesus, Neil Breen. And yeah, keep going. What else did you play?
Okay, so those are, I guess, the playtests that I've done so far, at least in terms of demos. So for actual games that I've played,
Here we go.
I'm gonna start first of all kind of small and work my way up. So
Okay.
I played recently Ghost Recon Breakpoint with friends.
I saw
It
that,
was
and I
was-
raised an eyebrow.
I because it was cheap, and I was like, okay, we need a 4-player co-op right now that isn't being broken, isn't undercooked per se, and just kind of already at least out completely in some shape or form. And it's like, okay, we could do Breakpoint, sure, it's cheap, so we decided to pick that up. We are having fun with it. But it is jank. I will put it out right now. It just still feels kind of jank for a game that's been out for like 2 years already. So, but we're having fun, and that's what's important with it. We're at least having fun with Breakpoint. It's stupid story and like doesn't really like it's whatever, but we're having fun.
So what you're saying is it's a Ubisoft game.
It's a Ubisoft game. You're absolutely correct. It's a Ubisoft game.
Can you tell me what kind of game it is? Well, it appears to be a Ubisoft game, Captain. Well, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
It appears to run on side quests and bloated maps.
This map is fucking huge.
Dude, how many climbable towers?
I don't know about climbable towers, but there's a bunch of climbable mountains that you can go across. So
okay, all right.
So it's close. So it's close. And then I did mention I was playing Sulfur.
Yes, you're quite further than me.
Yes. So now that I've actually gone and played through a bit more of it now, I sadly did have to leave a bit of a negative review on it because after beating through what was the update before last week, which was the desert update. So I decided to play. That's when I got it, and I played through it, and I'm like, for what the game is, aesthetic-wise, even music, art, like style and whatnot, I think there's something good here. I do really think there's something good. Even the weapons can actually feel good at times. It's just that for how the game progresses per se, or like how progression is maintained in the game, it's very much against the player. You are very more likely to lose so much and gain so little. Like it definitely feels like it's more balanced towards player punishment than like any sort of like player rewards or progression or like any sort of permanentness to the thing. And then And then, literally, as I posted that review, not 2 days later, did they put out an update called the Quest update.
I saw that. I saw that.
So this is what I think was their essentially response to that. I not direct in any sort of way, but I feel like that's
But
kind
the
of this is what
response
they.
to me, Vaughn, the
Yeah,
important
this.
one.
Yeah,
This
it
is
honestly
about
felt
me.
weird. It
I'm the
felt
main
weird.
character.
It felt weird because I'm like, I posted it, being like, ah, yeah, no, it's weird. Its progression's awful. I feel like they need to change a lot of mechanics. And then it's like 2 days later, hey, here's an update where we have now another trader in there that grants more permanent progression for the player. I see what you're doing, developers. But was it enough?
I don't know. I'll
No.
let you know when I eventually get there.
Honestly, the the update itself is not a bad update. I think it's a going in the right direction. It's just that it's just barely out. So there still needs more time for refining it and adding more stuff to it and like whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, but it is in a sense going towards the right direction. I still think even as like there's still the final section that needs to be added and whatnot before it's complete 1.0. But if that were added and this is kind of still at as it is, I don't think I could completely recommend Sulfur.
Got you.
You like I do think it's in that realm of like it's good, but there's quite a lot of things still holding it back. But I do think that it can be of a good game, um, as long as they work towards this whole quest update and like refine it and add more stuff to it. So who's calling me? Hold on.
Who is fucking calling me? What the fuck? Unfucking believable. Someone's fucking calling your ass right the fuck now. Some goddamn motherfucking horse shit. I'm pissed as fucking hell. I'm gonna pause the recording now. Alrighty, that was kind of perfect timing, really. We're halfway through There It Takes. We were just, I think, we were on, like, past your demo, so we were on stuff you've been playing.
Yes,
Yes,
and
because
so I
I
know
think the last thing you were talking about that you did,
Sulfur.
like, a deeper look was, like, Sulfur, and then previously the Far Far West. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think the only thing I was going through with Sulfur specifically was that, I guess the new update, and I already talked about that. So my lasting kind of thoughts with Sulfur is more like I kind of want the game to be uh good. Like I wanted to improve because
Right.
I
Yeah.
really do like that game. So I'm hoping with like this quest update and maybe on any future updates that help with player progression be like overall like
Yeah,
good
I get what
for
you're saying. I
yeah.
mean, I definitely feel what you've said because I've played. I've made zero progress in the game. I was like really just like playing the game, enjoying it, but like no sense of progression was happening.
Hmm. And so at least if you're like let's say stuck in the caves, like the quest update should technically help you almost get progression in the main hub because like what you do is by completing quests, which is like, hey, bring me this item um to the church or like one
Mm-hmm.
of the vendors at the church or a vendor that you meet in the cave, which can be usually the church people. Um, you get stamps and you don't lose those stamps on death, so you're gonna keep them forever, unlike other stuff that you could
Yeah.
lose. So
Nope. Yeah, I looked at
like
the update. I just
yeah,
haven't played a lot. I've been busy
yeah,
with other
yeah.
stuff.
So there's good in there, and like even some stuff that I'm like normally fine with, I have issue with like the weapon durability, and
Mm.
I understand the whole concept with the more you add stuff to it because they explain it. It's like the more you add oils and attachments, the more stuff will break down on your weapon, and like that's fine, I guess per se. But it's just the problem is that like for how much things degrade on the things. Like you're supposed to kind of, I guess, balance it out, which makes sense. But the thing is that the way you're meant to balance it feels like you're not taking full advantage of the systems that you want to engage with. It's like
Mm.
it's a very weird thing where it's like you over-equip your weapon, which would make it stronger, but now it's going to degrade super quickly. And if you have nothing on your weapon, it's gonna last you for quite some time, but like it's not gonna do that much damage and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
like they want you to like kind of balance that line, but even if you balance that line,
Yeah.
like you're now are having to basically like be like, all right, well, I guess I can only use one oil, maybe one script, and I guess put on one attachment so it's not as bad. And like that kind of defeats the point of the whole make your weapons kind of whatever you want it to be sort of thing. So there's
Yeah.
like friction in that. So
Yeah.
like I
Definitely.
said,
I
there's
have
just
agreed with all that. At the core, like system wise, seems to be the biggest issue. The gameplay is fine, and everything else is kind of fine and solid. It's just the systems in place you're engaging with seem to be so against you progressing.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if they can fix those things, then I know this can be like a great game. But
Yeah, absolutely. Straight
so
up, 100%.
So it's still early access, so there's still stuff that get changed. So I have hopes,
Yep.
and that's pretty much it on Sulfur. And then we're moving to the big one, the very big one. The they sometimes make good games. Sometimes,
Sometimes this might be one of
it's,
those times.
yeah, it might be
Ladies
one of
and
those
gentlemen,
times.
should we hit them that there is going to be a spoiler warning here?
Yes, it's gonna
Okay.
be very heavily spoiler.
Okay, because like
It's
all
pretty
I
much.
know is what Scary Game Squad has uploaded.
Okay, so it. I haven't seen what they've hit, but knowing what the thumbnail talks
They
about, I know exactly where they
so
might be
the
on there.
last video, part 3 is out.
Yeah,
And the last video was titled Hanako's terrifying
flying
transformation.
transformation. Yeah, I
Um,
know
and that is the part.
exactly what.
That is the
Yes,
part where like I'm just
yes,
like, okay.
they
Um,
fucking went there, and I when I
I
saw that, I
I
was
was
like,
like,
"Excuse
this
me."
is just Bloodborne.
Yes, yeah,
This is just Bloodborne, Konami. They like of what I've seen and only seen through them playing it. So I think I'm looking at the videos here. It looks like so the first episode was like 4.5 hours. The second episode
Mhm,
was 3.5, and the most recent was like 3.5. So I've
yeah,
seen like 10 hours of the game.
mhm.
It's a fair amount, I think, for a Silent Hill game. I don't know how big this one is. I don't know how much more there is. It's hard to tell. But from what I've seen so far, I feel like I would enjoy playing this. But let's get into it, as you have, from what
Yeah,
I can gather, played it and beaten it more than once.
yes.
Okay.
So I'm just seeing where they're. Okay, all right. So
They
seeing where
literally,
they're at.
like, the last thing they did, um, they did the whole terrifying transformation in the other realm, for lack of
Yeah,
words, and they got to Hinako's house and
and
got on
that's
the
it.
phone, and it did the "Hey, you've won the Onagiri fishing thing," and that was
Yeah,
it, and it ends there. And that
yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
weirdest part of the whole game so far. Was that fishing call, and it's like, the fuck was that about?
Yeah, yeah, fucking find out, but yeah, so they're on that part. So yeah, very much.
So let me
Like,
ask right there,
let's
based
go
off
back.
that,
Yeah,
based off where they're at the end of that, how far into the game are they?
they're very much at the end. They're like on the
Okay,
last
okay,
fourth of the
that
game. They're
that
on the last
sounds
fourth.
right for a
Yeah,
Silent Hill or any kind of survival horror, because it's something that um most people don't realize is that like survival horror games are typically not long. They are not like long in the way that like again like a good example is like a Devil May Cry story is not a long thing. It's probably 15 chapters.
hmm,
And those chapters are not very long. Resident Evil Silent Hill is very much the same. Like, right? Like, survival horror games being incredibly long, and when I say incredibly long, I really just mean more than 20 hours. Like, more than
yeah,
20 hours is rare. Like, Last of Us, both of them, are way more than 20 hours. They are like a full 60-hour game. That has not been the standard of the genre. That is an exception. Survival horror typically runs shorter and
hmm,
is better off for it. Very few survival horror stories can run the distance and maintain integrity. It just like horror fades as your exposure to it increases. If horror is part of the core of your story, by its nature, your story probably ends on the shorter scale of time. Longer in a video game format, but typically a Silent Hill is. That's why I was like, I would wager they're probably just hitting the fourth act of the game, the final gambits. However many chapters, like if it was 20 chapters, they're now hitting chapter 15 and they're headed to the last 5, right? Like,
yeah.
I would consider like that a Silent Hill length. Like that's what I'm expecting looking at this. That's what I would expect of a Resident Evil. I'd say like an example of more modern survival horror where it's a little longer. Dead Space is a little longer, but still
Yeah, Dead Space is slightly longer, but it's still
slightly
closer
longer.
to
But
the.
really, like the weird outliers of The Last of Us are extraordinarily long for survival horrors, but they're also way more character driven than survival horrors usually are. Like, in
Yeah.
a sense that, like, Silent Hill is less about the character itself and more about the themes it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are interchangeable, really. Like, Dead Space is character, but also, like, it's in that era of, like, still attached more to old school survival horror. Alan Wake is kind of an exception, too, in that Alan Wake's kind of long. But Alan Wake is almost not a survival horror game, depending on where you're at. Like, so yeah, this lines up with what I was expecting from a Silent Hill, whether it was good or not. I gotta say, from what I've seen so far, it's just kind of not missing. It's a little not impressive at the start, in the sense that it's not bad. It's just, yeah, okay, Silent Hill. It feels very safe at the start, in the first act, I would say, in that first video they put up. By the second video, I was like, okay, we're doing something here. We're starting to cook a little bit. By the end of the second video, I'm like, all right. The third video, like this third part of the game where she becomes like a wolf, like I was like, what the fuck? This took such a left turn.
Yeah, no,
That
yeah,
that came out of left field. I was like, excuse me. Also, a shout out to the boss fights in this game being better than Silent Hill's boss fights have ever been. To the point of, depending on how good the combat feels in this game to play, I haven't played it, but if it feels good, I'm almost up here about to stand on a soapbox and be like, is this a Silent Hill game though? Is
See,
the
that's
like I present to you, first I must ask, is the combat good?
is the combat good? I would say
Don't
it's
get like
fine.
deep on it. It's
No,
fine.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with fine. I'm gonna go with
Okay.
fine.
So for the sake of it, that's good then for Silent Hill, because Silent Hill combat has never been the focus. It's janky on purpose because you're not really meant to do that. It's not Resident Evil. It's not meant to feel good. If it's fine, that's honestly, that I'm willing to put up the debate and play devil's advocate here that does the combat being not jank and being on more a positive side in terms of feel make this not a Silent Hill game? I would argue yes it does. Which is why it's called Silent Hill F, because it's not Silent Hill. You see, the F games are going to have slightly fine combat and be better to play. The regular Silent Hill games, like Silent Hill 2 Remake, will still have janky, weird-ass combat that isn't good.
Silent Hill F stands for fitness, because Hinako, like, literally hits like a fucking truck, so... Like...
yeah, bro.
She is fucking strong for, like, a teenage girl.
Bro, this game's wild. Please tell me about this game. Because I definitely want to get going here.
Yeah, so...
I want to play more games tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah. So I guess Silent Hill F, yes, the combat is slightly jank. It's fine. I do think they had to improve the combat of the mechanics because so much of the game tries to force you into combat to proceed. So they knew that they couldn't just be like, oh, just don't have janky. Just have janky combat and then have multiple like arena fights per se. Like they knew they had to improve on the system.
I mean,
that
never stopped old Silent Hill.
The thing is that with old Silent Hill, you could avoid pretty much a lot of the fights except boss fights. That's pretty much all you needed to deal with. It was all you could go with killing only the bosses essentially, and you were fine for the most part. So it made sense there. But here, like since they're making it more action orientated, you knew that there were gonna have to be more fights you're gonna have to put up with. So
Got you, got you.
it's good that they made the system less jank. It's just a bit more inconsistency with the combat system. But
Right.
otherwise than that, I think the story is interesting because it does almost try to play the first part like a generic Silent Hill. I almost even say close to Silent Hill 3, where you kind of just are in it. You're just kind of literally Heather starts in the bathroom and you're kind of like, okay. And you kind of just start and do whatever you're in the mall. Here, like, oh, you're going to be able to with some friends. And then shit goes bad. And it's like, oh, fuck. Okay. So it plays it like very much like a Silent Hill game at the start. And then as it progresses and you kind of start seeing what this little town fuck it's like Ebisugashi
Ebisugaka,
Ebisu-
something like that. I know what you mean. We don't care about the name of the town. Who cares?
I
The town
want to
is
know
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Ebisugaoka. Yeah, okay. So uh you start exploring more of the town, like it's as like it sort of like in the Silent Hill way. You're exploring, you're checking out what's open, what's not, you do little puzzles from here and there. Um
Mm-hmm.
and it's really feeling like, hey, we're back to Silent Hill, uh, in a new format that's just not a remake, and like this is good. This is really good, and I do like the characters, even the ones that you're kind of meant to hate because of how they're being portrayed in the story. Like this all makes sense to me, and yeah, like I at first the first ending was really fucked. Like I was like, oh, okay, because there are lore implications about one specific health item, which I guess I'll go in spoilers. The little red pill that you take,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that little pill has a bit more to it than just being like a painkiller. Like there is some fucked up thing in that drug.
Well,
So
I mean, I feel like that's made very fucking clear to me very early on. I'm just like,
yeah,
this seems sus. And then the further the game goes, you literally, like, if you just explore a bit, and even without exploring that, like, some side areas give you some pretty glaring, like, notes to read that it's like, alright, potentially just really bad now, sus. Like, nothing concrete right away, but just piling on the susness, right? Like,
yeah,
and then you there's some real stuff in there so far that the way I've interpreted that is I'm just like I'm I'm pretty sure these pills are bad.
yeah.
I'm
Like
pretty sure that the best ending you can get in this game is the run where you take none of them.
exactly.
I
It's actually that.
I
It is
like
actually not
like
taking the pill.
I'm just like there's a lot there's like okay we are doubling down on the addiction theme all the fucking time here. Um yeah. Yeah. Yeah, red pills, the weird red flowers, and I'm like, all right, I can read the imagery here. I bet you. Like I pretty much called that early. I was like, okay, so the quote unquote best outcome of this story is do not take the fucking red pills, homie.
Yeah, yeah, you're not supposed to take the pills. So, and
Oh boy,
that's
yeah,
where,
Scary Game Squad's about to get a bad ending. They've been showing pills.
yeah, and that's normally the first ending you're going to do. Like you're gonna
Oh yeah,
even
well
if you
because it's like the main health item the whole game.
exactly you're gonna
Especially
do
if
it
you
whether
played
you
on like hard or normal, where like if you played on a harder difficulty to start, like I know you always do, bro. That first run, you're definitely
you're
using that
chugging
red
those
pill. Do
pills. You
you?
are
Those are
chugging.
your green herbs. What do you mean?
Yeah. So first ending is gonna be the fucked up, and so you're like compelled to want to know more, and so you then do another ending, and
So
then
hang on. Did so was your first ending? Would you say like the standard like you ate red pills ending?
yeah, it's always gonna be that ending. Honestly,
And
it's just
then
you ate the red pill, and then
your second ending is the no red pill one, or did you get something else entirely?
so that's the thing. For my first ending, for my first non first ending, like I actually decided to do the funny run, the funny endings. So in this one in particular, it's the UFO ending.
Shut the fuck up.
Um, yes, every Silent Hill normally tends to have these funny endings. So in Silent Hill 2, there was the
They
dog,
do. They
and
do play
usually
Space Invaders or whatever it
yes,
is all the time.
yeah. So and all of them tend have
So,
the UFO
what
ending.
is
So
the
this one
funny
is
ending? Is it that she got abducted and this is the like the aliens planted all that in her head and it was fake?
no, it's funnier than that. The
Oh my
thing is that
god.
it's more like they think that there are aliens among them, sort of style, where it's like the
Uh
oh
huh.
fuck, what's that movie? Um,
Invasion
Invasion
of
of
the
the Body
Body
Snatchers.
Snatchers.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, I
Almost
don't like
almost
that. Don't ever do
conceptually
that
like
again.
that.
Don't ever do that
But
again. That was creepy. Let's not do that ever again. I hated that. I
but
hated
but
that.
then
I hated that.
but then they play it for laughs, so it's really funny.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to
And
Google this ending and
yeah, yeah, you have to
see what
go
it
with the
looks
UFO
like.
ending.
Yeah.
So it I got that ending because I was like, it's a quick ending. Usually a lot of these like funny endings you can almost usually get very early on. It doesn't take too long. So
Oh,
I'm like, I'll
okay.
do that one. And then on your new runs, you usually get like an item for doing that ending. And this one you
Hmm.
get like I guess like a toy lightsaber per se.
Is it
Um
a weapon?
it's a weapon. You can use it.
Does it make cool noises and stuff?
Like like
Hell
yeah,
yeah!
you like
Hell
like
yeah!
it's a plastic lightsaber toy.
dude, apps. What color is it?
It's green, but if you charge it, it turns red.
Yo, I'm buying this game. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get that weapon, and I'm gonna put that pink bunny costume on and yuts it up. I ain't scared of nothing. dude, that sound effect, like the Toys R Us plastic lightsaber, blah blah sound in my Silent Hill game that's peak. God, that is just Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Or just this is now I understand the F meant Spaceballs. My bad, Konami.
Oh god.
I gotta buy this now just for that. That's incredible. I'm
Oh my
so glad
god.
it makes that noise.
It's honestly not a bad weapon. Even one of the things that you do is that when you charge it up and it turns red, you do more damage. But then
Incredible.
but then
Incredible.
what you can do is that if you charge it up again when it's red,
Uh-huh.
you do like an AoE blast damage.
Shut
Like
the fuck
I'm
up.
not
You have
joking.
like
That's what it.
you have like a fighting game EX burst. Get off me.
Yeah,
Combo
exactly.
breaker. Dude, this is the best Silent Hill has ever been.
God,
That's so
it's
stupid. I love that.
yeah, yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do joke dumb endings and have rewards for them and they're easy to get to, they better be giving me joke dumb rewards. And is it like a really strong weapon?
It's like it's a pretty good weapon.
Yeah, yeah,
The only
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is that if you decide to do like the charge up stuff and it decreases the durability like a lot. So there's like a little balance to it. But other than that, like it's a nice weapon to have.
Hell
Like
yeah,
it's
hell
a
yeah.
very
It's
good weapon.
incredible. It's incredible. The only way this could have been better is if you told me that the space ending gave you like a fucking gun that you just pulled out and went pew pew at them. I'd be
So,
like, bro, that'd be incredible. Just
see,
one shot
I would
every
have
enemy in the game.
I would have loved that as a concept
Shimizu Hanaka
because
shot first. Pew!
because the thing is that the one of the items in the game that you tend to find when it because both Hinako and whatever the guy's name is
Shoot.
um Shu they talk about like playing Space Wars,
Yeah, all
and
the
Shu
time.
has a plastic blaze like blaster, like he has a little plastic like laser gun
That's
sort of thing.
incredible. That's
So,
incredible.
and you kind of like actually like look for it when doing the UFO ending. And so I would have been kind of really funny if they gave you like a little plastic blaster and like it actually like does damage or
No,
whatnot.
no,
But I'm fine with the
the best
lightsaber.
part would have been the blaster, and it just makes a sound, but there's no like visual shot, but it's clearly shooting them.
Yeah.
Like it just goes "Brr, brr, brr," and they just die. You just like
Yeah.
hold it and strafe at them, and they just melt to the ground, and it's like what the fuck? Dude, that would be incredible. That'd be incredible. Oh my god, that's great. Okay, so tell me about other endings and stuff.
So the second ending that I did was it's supposed to be the ending that helps you kind of get to the because you need to do two endings. You need to do the first ending, then you need to do another full ending that's not the first one, and then you can unlock the actual good ending per
Okay,
se.
so you
You
do
need
your
to do
like default red pill, this is fucked ending. Then you have to do a slightly different fucked ending.
and then you get like
because those are both full runs of the game, and then
yeah,
you can do the work to get to the good ending because the joke
exactly,
ending you don't have to beat the whole game to get.
exactly.
Right, gotcha.
So
Okay.
I'm working on that final
I
ending.
feel like
So
I'm
I
gonna end
still
up
have yet.
picking up this game now, just for the
It's
lightsaber.
honestly good. Like I honestly
It looks
like
good. It
enjoy my
like watching them play it. I'm like, this looks really good. This looks
like
better than Silent Hill deserves. I'm gonna
like
say it.
the only thing I will say is that the puzzles can fuck you up sometimes because
That's
there's some
hey, that's okay. That's what the internet's for,
yeah
baby.
yeah yeah
I got
yeah.
my laptop
So
right here. You think I did all those puzzles in Resident Evil? No. I looked at it and I'd make an attempt, and some of them I looked at and said, "Fuck this." And I pulled up Google on my laptop because I play all my survival horror on my PS5 where it looks nice, and I just Googled the fuck out of all that. I was like, "You can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck. I
yeah,
don't give a
so
fuck." I'm here for the
I
story. I don't care about proving myself in any way. I will buy that fancy gun. Take my money, Capcom. I don't give a fuck.
so
Leon
that's
Kennedy's funded by the president. He can afford that gun.
so I will say though, like I played on the on the difficulty hard for combat and hard for puzzles, which is that's the standard.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm
And
gonna do. I am
then I
not gonna
did
do that right now.
then what I did on my second playthrough was I did story combat and did Lost in the Fog puzzles.
Fuck
And
that.
here's the thing though. The Lost in the Fog puzzles, I think I only got caught up in two puzzles. Like two
I don't
puzzles
think
I
you
struggle
understand
with.
how bad I am at puzzles.
No, that's fair. It's fair. It's just that like they are hard. I'm not gonna lie, they are hard.
My
But at
skill
least
is in sick one-liners as I stab someone. Okay? Not the puzzles. Uh,
I do think that the way they did puzzles in Lost in the Fog is extremely difficult, though sometimes in some a bit esoteric. Uh, but I guess that's kind of the concept of it.
mhm.
Though they could have maybe worded a few things a bit better. But at least like puzzle difficulty and whatnot, it's not too bad. Even on when I did the hard puzzles, which is the what they made you play in, like hard puzzle.
Mhm.
Um, I I didn't think that one was too bad because a lot of the when you find the clues to some stuff, they almost like solve it for you almost per
Okay,
se. Or like
got you, got you.
it almost feels a
Um,
little bit easy. But
I have a question that I wanted to ask
yeah.
because something that's really impressed me with this game is the boss fights.
Hmm.
Like the one girl who had like the sun headpiece boss fight in
Yes.
like the demon realm, yokai realm, whatever it is. The
Yeah.
game hasn't told me yet. I'm just calling it the realm. That was incredible. And
Yes.
then the like ceremony maiden girl Ringo, with the
Yeah.
fire melty face, and that was even crazier. Those two right there are two of the coolest boss fights I've ever seen in a Silent Hill game. Like absolutely super cool. The drum dude was neat, but that was very like standard Silent Hill. I think like those two are my standout boss fights. I'm assuming there's at least one more.
Yeah. So it was Sakuko the first one, and then Junko the second one.
Yeah, that was the
So
girl. Wait, no, not Junko. No,
Junko is the sister. The
Junko
Junko
is
is
not the fight in the second fight. The fire girl? No, that's
yeah.
Ringo.
No, that's supposed to be your sister.
That's not
That's
true. That cannot
weird.
possibly be true. I just watched the video, dude. The main character calls her Ringo, the jealous girl. The entire fight, she has the hair of the jealous girl. She's like yelling about you always hanging around Shu. It's definitely not your
Oh,
sister.
I think this is one of those where it's like you play it in a different ending and then things change a bit. So my bad. So
What? That doesn't make any
I know,
sense.
I know.
What?
If you play, if different endings change up quite a bit on how things go, I know it's weird. Um,
Okay, but wait a minute.
so
You got like the red pill ending though.
yeah, I got
The
the red
red
pill
pill
ending,
ending,
and
the
then
fire girl has to be Rinko, dude.
yeah, but then I'm remembering one of the other endings is what I'm saying. Like
Okay,
they
okay.
switched.
Well, no one's. No, they haven't gotten to an ending. What I'm saying is like those two fights, Sun Maiden and Fire Maiden, is your two friends in the run that Scary Game Squad is doing.
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah,
It's
those are
just
the
that
two.
like
So whatever, if there's a version of those fights where they're a totally different human, I don't know what that fight looks like.
Yeah, it's just that I remember Rinko mentioning something, or like being mentioned in one of the fights, and I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be your sister. I have to play through it again just to make sure I can confirm that. But in particular, though, at least there's those two boss fights.
There's
There is in that house. In that house, there's one more boss fight there.
mm-hmm.
Um, do
There's
you
the
want me to
weird
spoil?
no. There's the weird like pregnant monster boss fight that becomes like a regular enemy later on.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah, but
drum. There's the taiko drum fight thing that was very
yeah,
cool. Um, do you fight the smoke monster proper?
yes.
Is that what's final?
In the first ending, yes.
All right, I'm gonna shoot my guess just because of the smoke monster's arm. Is the smoke monster you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, crushed it. Easy. This game's easy. Whatever, Konami. I don't care if the game's good. I'm still gonna put a lot
Yeah,
of hate into Konami. Call me
I
when you've
know.
made like 3 more good games in a row. You know
And then
what?
we'll
You know what? I'll tell
consider.
you what. I'll make it easy on you, Konami. Call me when you've made one good game and the game's name is Castlevania.
Damn.
Konami don't instant fail challenge failed. like there is no way. There is no new Castlevania ever coming game wise. They've had so much time. They had multiple seasons of 2 different animes. It's not happening. We're never getting it for some reason. I'm
Never.
somehow Silent Hill and Metal Gear are back, but dude, I will be baffled if we ever get a new and I mean new, not a remaster, not I new. Where is Castlevania F? Basically, it's not coming. It's not
That's
coming.
not fun.
All right, so tell me more about this game here before we head into the news.
Okay. So I think what I'll say is that I am definitely compelled to play through more of the endings because the game itself was actually fun and like the story characters were
It
interesting.
looks really
So
interesting. Like it
I
looks like
I,
if
I
the gameplay is fun, I feel like I'm eventually gonna pick it up at some point. Cause genuinely, it's been impressing me.
yeah
Just as like
I
an
think
audience member watching it.
yeah I will say a lot of there have been always I have seen even watch a streamer with the sentiment of feeling like if this had been named something else than Silent Hill it would not come off as weird. Like this game almost doesn't feel like a Silent Hill game. Um, but I don't think that's a problem just because I think if they're branching out Silent Hill into other different forms, but like still keeping the core of the survival horror and like that aspect of like
Mm-hmm.
there's a town, there's people in with issues and like kind of trying to like
I mean, Silent Hill always
uh,
has been more of a batch of anthologies rather than a direct franchise story. It's not Resident Evil, right? There's not really a timeline that you can follow between Silent Hill 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, because they're not all even fucking connected. They're just what a Silent Hill game is, at least in concept, right?
yeah,
Where the
only
Silent
one
Hill
and three
takes
are
Yeah, well,
direct.
that's what I'm saying. It's they're very much each kind of their own thing, which
Yeah,
is more to its detriment than to its help because a lot of them are bad. However, the ones that are good are exceptionally good, and that's always been the case. The problem
yeah.
is the majority of Silent Hill games are bad, but 3 of them are really good. The rest of them are awful. Welcome to
And this one,
what's up?
and this one, I think, kind of now like whoever was producing this game, the directors, like everyone on like story, or like all those people working on I think understood like what can make a good Silent Hill game
Yes.
in not just a name, but just kind of in the feeling of it.
Yep.
Even though, again, it's
Silent Hill is very much not about Silent Hill is to horror games, survival horror, what Star Wars is to cinema. In that Star Wars is not as rigid as you think it is. Star Wars is a setting. It is not it's a setting. But that setting can take shape in like sorry, Star Wars is an aesthetic, and that aesthetic can be applied to multiple settings or plots and still work quite well if it's executed well,
Mhm.
right? Like, in the perfect sense that, whether people want to admit it or not, the Han Solo movie is a good Star Wars movie. It is a 70s space western train heist movie. But it's Star Wars. But it's just a western train heist movie. But it's Star Wars, right? Like, and if you watch Star Wars across different eras, it's like, okay, you can clearly like start to be like, okay, these movies are like Star Wars in the 90s. These movies are Star Wars in the 60s, right? Like, what does that look like there? Again, it's an aesthetic, and you can just take that aesthetic and go to a location or a place in time and follow certain characters, and as long as the aesthetic is roughly there, you get a lot of wiggle room. And Silent Hill is very much that, where it's like there is a vague Silent Hill aesthetic and a vague like concept of emotional purgatory and like character studies as the focus. Beyond that,
Mhm.
where it takes place, when it takes place, and who it takes place with, and how the gameplay really is, like the fact that you turn into like a crazy wolf girl here or whatever, like that's crazy. But like it doesn't feel like not Silent Hill. It's just, oh, that's different. But like by the time it gets there in the game, it's earned the right to do something crazy like that, and it didn't not feel like Silent Hill when that moment happens. It's just like, wow, that's unexpected. But at this point, like, you know what I mean? Like, Silent Hill is an aesthetic. And that aesthetic has multiple settings and places it can take place in. Like, because typically Silent Hill has taken place in, like, Western area, like America or something. It's never
Yeah,
been in
that's
Japan.
usually yeah.
And it's never been, like, this early in, like, a timeline, too. But, like, it's not like it doesn't work. Like, in the sense that, like, you could make the same argument for Resident Evil, but I feel like because Resident Evil is a direct chronological thing you can follow if you can suss it out a bit, like Resident Evil is more rigid in what a Resident Evil game is. In the sense that like there will be a point I am going to a lab under the building or whatever, right? And now I will learn about Umbrella and their crazy shit. Right? There's going to like this and that. Whereas Silent Hill is way more just defined by its aesthetic and concepts, and where it takes place and who it takes place with is way more interchangeable. And I think that
Mhm.
this game really like proves that in a good way. And it's also, again, it's been like the problem with the franchise is because Silent Hill is at its core really just an aesthetic and a concept of how to do survival horror. It's either hit or miss is how Silent Hill games work, right? Like,
Yeah.
think of like Silent Hill 4, The Room. What a weird ass game that is, but that's a good ass game. But like thinking about a silent any other horror game that like plays out like that, like a survival horror game, you could never do a Resident Evil like that. It just would not work at all. Like it gets away with that because it's Silent Hill. It's very like, again, an aesthetic and a concept are the defining
Mhm.
traits, not a like direct story being told. In fact, Silent Hill often leaves most things up to interpretation as it can, as it tells its story. It doesn't really like to give you a this is what the bad guy did thing, which is what Resident
Mhm.
Evil directly does, right? Like Resident Evil goes into fucking turbo detail. Silent Hill doesn't really at all. Even by the endings, you're just like, okay, you kind of get how you got there, but it really, like, Silent Hill definitely is not going to spell everything out for you, even once you've seen every ending. Which is why they also
Mhm.
have multiple endings in every fucking game, right? Like, again, it's an aesthetic and a fucking thingy. So, I definitely feel like this is a good one. From what I've just seen, like, I'm very pleasantly impressed by it, and talking to you about it now, and I've been looking forward to this too, is I think I'm definitely going to pick this one up at some point. I don't know when, but it is now being moved on to the I'm going to play this at some point.
Yeah, no, I definitely this is a very good direction, and I'm hoping to see more from the Silent Hill team because I do think
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
putting
I
it in a good
Was
direction.
this a different team than the people? Yes, because the remake wasn't even them. Remake
It was Blooper.
Blue. Okay, cool, great. Don't care. Blooper can suck a dick. Don't care for them. I'm way more interested in seeing what this team does with new Silent Hill things. I would
Yeah.
love if they just keep the pace of like, okay, we're gonna do another game, and it's gonna take place in like, you keep the trend of not America. Go further, go weirder, right? Like, this one's in France in the 70s. Go, like, right, like, do it again. I wouldn't be against more Japan locations, but like I like the big shift in location and time era, and I think if you did that again and then stayed true to aesthetic and concepts, you could run that for a bit. I think you could
Yeah,
get
you
some
definitely can.
because like if you do respect the culture and the place you're moving it to, bro. Could you imagine like take what you've seen from this game, right, and think of Silent Hill as that aesthetic and concept, and how this game I think very much stands out on its own in this franchise because it's like, wow, oh, it's in Japan, and I think it's like the 50s, 60s, something like
It's
that.
in the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so different, right? Like Silent Hill games are always America, and when they take place in America hasn't really been even a big factor with mentioning. That's kind of like vaguely this. This was very clearly Japan, rural Japan in the 60s. Go. Imagine like following that, taking Silent Hill as an aesthetic and concept, and doing like, yeah, okay, France in the 70s, right? Go bolder. Hit me with like Africa in like the 20s or something, right? Give me the Middle East in the 1800s. Like, take this, run with it. It's an aesthetic and concept. Just pick a fucking location, learn the culture in and out, like really pay respect to it. But could you imagine getting like a game like this, just even like close to this, that was like being able to shine a light on culture and things the way this game has, very much tied to the culture of Japan at that time and what it was like, because that's a big part of the theme of conceptually what Silent Hills are. Imagine getting that in a place like somewhere in Africa or the Middle East or Russia, or
Even
like
Latin America, you
Latin
could see it.
America,
Like,
dude, like
yeah.
Korea, Australia. Like, there's so much you could do if you're willing to push the envelope on this and just go, okay, new area, new timetable, different location, and just stay strictly away from what Silent Hill was before. You could really, like, if you did that and you did it well, and obviously assuming the games get better over time as they're learning from each one, you could really make Silent Hill, like, if F is the new formula, right? If F is the new
Mhm.
formula and you just pick a new time, a new era of time and a new era location and go from there, tying it to the themes of society and religion and yada yada in that area and time at that area, you could end up getting, like, Latin America, Middle East, dude, you could do like a crazy Aztec one. Like, there is so much here on the table that has not been explored at all in this genre in this way that you could do. And with a name like Silent Hill behind it, that's like a huge boost for like cultural exposure to like art and themes that were not seen in horror still to this day. Like, you like, oh, I hope they do that. I don't think we're gonna get something that cool, but that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, dude. Dude, I would love for like except that would be America, but that'd be the only way I'd want to go back to it. Well, America, Canada, Native American culture, like their spooky, just like mythology, like their stories that are like clearly like lessons about like how to live in the world, right? Like,
Hmm.
bro, bro, Native American mythology is scary. That'd be so cool. I hope they do cool things. I hope they build on this success because it seems like this is a very good game. The more we've talked about it, the more I've seen that I'm like, wow, this is like not what I expected. A return to Silent Hill. And seeing the remake of 2, which I thought was a shitty remake of it and kind of ruined what made 2 good by a team that I don't like at all, didn't give me hope. But watching Scary Game Squad play and hearing you talk about this, I was like, this? Okay, there might be hope for new Silent Hill, at least.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a good hope for Silent Hill now. With this team running behind it, I can confidently say
Yeah.
I think Silent Hill is in good hands.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where it leads. Did you have more you want to say on it?
Honestly, no. I think in terms of just like I want to finish that ending and then maybe next time in January talk again about it
Mm-hmm.
just to
Got you.
kind of compare that ending. But I think in just in terms, I think it's generally a good game, and
Got
I
you.
do think that the Silent Hill team that we have now is doing a lot of love and care with the story, with the gameplay and everything, and I can definitely see this being a good first step into what could be a very
Mm-hmm.
good uh set of anthology of games in the Silent Hill like IP stuff like that.
Okay. That's pretty good. Did you have more, or were we headed into news?
I think we're heading into news. I don't
Okay,
really have much
so
else to
I
say
don't
at the
have
moment.
pretty much. I didn't end up like I ended up playing so many demos and other stuff that I didn't really
Yeah.
get a whole lot of news. So I'm just gonna briefly mention because I forgot to mention this at all in my game stuff. I've been playing Ghost of Yotei.
Yes.
I'm not gonna talk about it a lot here. I'm just gonna do a couple minutes.
That's fine.
Because right out the gate, I think this game's way bigger than I realized. Bigger than Tsushima with its DLC and extra content that was added for free later. Um,
Hmm.
because like the opening of this game, the tutorial, is you kill one of the six right there. You do not kill the next member of the six for like 30 fucking hours, dude. Like, it seems like it's gonna happen all the time. And then it just, like, by this point, I'm, like, more than halfway through the story of the game of Tsushima. I feel like I'm still in, like, I've killed one other member of the Yotei 6. I've killed the Oni, which is the only member you can go to at first. And now it's kind of opened up where I can chase the fox or the spider and the dragon. Lord Saito obviously being last. I don't know if it's going to be another 30 hours to one of them. It seems like it right now. Um I will say that if there was any worry about like losing the stance system with the katana for the trade of having multiple weapons, lose that worry now, my friends, because this is better. This is better. You're doing what the stance system did, except it's more fun now. So the stance system in Tsushima, water stance, stone stance, wind, and I forget what the other one is, but like, it was like, use this stance to fight spear guys. Use this stance to fight dudes with heavy weapons. Use this stance for katanas. Use this stance to do shield dudes, right? So in Yotei, katana is to fight katana guys, regardless of whether they have a shield or not.
Yep.
Spear is to fight guys who have sickles or dual katanas. Dual katana is to fight people with spears or dual katanas. Odachi is to fight large enemies primarily, and then I haven't gotten the Kusarigama. However, this is not entirely strict. You can use any of them. You still get to learn you get a whole mass combo system for all the weapons that has a longer move set and possibilities than anything Jin got, but each weapon gets its own things. You have way more skill trees in this game. There's way more like side activities, and they're way more like tied to the game. Feels more connected. Like Tsushima was not disconnected, but everything feels more better woven together here, feeding into one another in a way that feels even more organic than Tsushima did, which is really impressive because Tsushima was very organic to me.
Mhm.
The combat switching from these weapons is incredible. By the way, just your Devil May Cry 5 hot swapping. Switch to it to the point where you unlock abilities that are like immediately going into a heavy combo after switching to a weapon gives you like extra stagger. Everything's got parries, you've got your perfect dodges, you've got your bows, you get your smoke bombs, your fire bombs, and your blind bombs. Like, the amount of options I have now in what feels like I am maybe 1/4 through the game just now at over 30 hours in. I have everything Jin had by now. Like, by the end of the game, Jin has less than I have now. I have still not gotten the Kusarigama. You upgrade them and end up with, like, an entire pretty deep move set that can be combined with the base game movement, parries, perfect dodges, disarming people, grabbing random, like, sake jars and throwing at them and staggering them. Also, in this game, your armor matters more in the sense that it is like straight up Santa Monica God of War Ragnarok in that there are stats and you can create builds based on your armor. Your armor's passive as you upgrade it gets better. Certain armors actually encourage you to like shoot arrows more. Certain armors encourage parrying more. Certain armors encourage throwables more, and you mix them in the way you like, and with charms that you get that do different things, and then charms can be upgraded in certain ways that add different stages of their effects. and you combine that with all your consumables, your throwables, your 3 different ranged weapons. I still don't have the third one, the musket. Your 5 melee weapons: katana, dual katana, yari, odachi, and kusarigama. All the really good stealth tactics. The wolf has a skill tree that you level up, and you start like being able to like summon the wolf in. The wolf will join you if you get into a showdown. The wolf will join if you assassinate someone. Like, it's just
Damn.
more Tsushima in a better way every way. And though it seems like you might have lost like the flow of the stance system, no, the stance system has just been changed into you to use different weapons now.
Just been modified,
It's
essentially.
just better than Tsushima in every fucking way. Every way, which I didn't think was possible. Like, Tsushima is not bad. It is a 10 out of 10 game. It always will be. This is a 10 out of 10 again. It's just improved and feels better, or is a better version of the previous thing, or is the same thing but refined and woven into how the game flows around. Better. It's
Mm-hmm.
just better. It is not suffering from sequel syndrome. And it makes me very excited for when the Ghosts of Yotei update comes out for free and I get to do co-op like raid ass super boss fights. It's really fun walking around and fighting dudes to the Kenshiro Watanabe soundtrack that you can switch on. Um, Fun fact, hey, the bosses have Kenshiro Watanabe soundtracks too, and I got into a bar fight to basically a song that just felt straight out of Cowboy Bebop. It was great. It was really good. I was at a bar called the Oni's Breath, and I was wearing a mask, and everyone else was. And when I walk in there, they do like a Scooby Doo. Everybody stops talking and making noise and just turns and looks at me. And then they all turn back to going and being drunk, and I get into a bar fight there, dude. And the whole time it's like like Cowboy Bebop music, and I'm like, this is the greatest game that's ever been made.
Goddamn.
Also, one time I cut bamboo, and in the background, 2 foxes and a baby bear were cheering for me.
Aw,
Also,
I did see some of that. That's
you can pet
cool.
the foxes. Also, I just did a quest that was a straight up Silent Hill horror themed thing that fucking scared the lights out of me and was really fun and gave me my favorite armor of the game. I can't wait for the updates for this. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I knew it was gonna be good. It's so good. Also, Erika Ishii is eating this fucking role up. Queen level performance here. Like, give this woman an award. She better win an award at the Game Awards for this character. I'm not done with the game, but she better win a fucking award for this performance. This is, like, outrageously good. Like, she is selling you on this character. And last thing I'll say before we hit the news here, because I kind of want to play more, is that it's really interesting that I like Ghost as a franchise, as an anthology, is like the antithesis of Silent Hill as an anthology, where so far Ghost is making the most of that every time, and Silent Hill is hit or miss. Then again, Silent Hill's like concept is harder to execute, right? For sure, definitely. I think survival horror is always a harder genre to make good than it is to make jank and terrible. There's a lot more shitty horror games than there are good ones. That's always been the case. It's beautiful. Soundtrack's incredible. It's just all around good. Again, cannot say enough. The side quests are really fun. I've really enjoyed it. My horse's name is Shimaki. It means tornado. There was one thing I was going to say. Oh, an interesting thing to talk about, and I'll hopefully, maybe by January, I'll have beaten the game. Is that in the sense where Jin Sakai starts out as a like honor-bound samurai, and the game and the events of the game and what's happened pushes him into that ghost path where he is like, no, just kill them by any means. Atsu is not that. Atsu is a blacksmith's daughter, because of course she is, right? Swordsmith's daughter, I should say, not a blacksmith, swordsmith specifically. Atsu starts mentally where Jin ends if you go the route of full ghost, right? In that Atsu is like out the gate. It doesn't matter how they die. It matters that they fucking die. Like, Atsu does not care. And she, like, it's so interesting how this game has already panned out story-wise. It has thrown me twists and turns I did not see coming. And her character arc already, having only put 30 hours into a game, keep in mind, Tsushima was like a 70-hour game for me, and I never did the DLC. I'm 30 hours in, and I feel like I've gone through more than all of Tsushima, but, like, I have more than Jin had at the end of Tsushima, but it feels like I am maybe only at the 1/4 point just now, maybe. If it's another 30 hours to get to, like, Spider and Dragon, and then another 30 to get to the Fox, and then another 30 to get to Lord Saito, that's crazy. I will say her character, what's going on in this world, like, in the moments where, like, Jin was kind of hard to relate to because he's kind of privileged as fuck, and he doesn't get that. Atsu is the opposite of that. She's not privileged at all. And she also doesn't care. She just wants them to die. And she's, like, full on, like, oh, I'm going to die to do this. In the sense that, like, out the gate, her plan is kill the Yotai 6, kill herself. And join her family in death. That's it. That's as far as it goes. How it happens and when it doesn't matter. All that matters is that they die. And so far, it's been really compelling, like, going on the journey with her. So, shout out to Erika Ishii for an absolute masterclass performance so far. Really looking forward to more. Really looking forward to not missing out on the co-op that I'm sure is going to be popular as fuck, because Tsushima's was, I just missed out on it. And there were still people playing Tsushima's to this day, it's just they're all endgame geared and no one's around to do the low stuff with me. So I'm definitely happy I got it, because I'm not missing out on it this time. Also, I'm waiting for the gay overtone moments, or just the outright gay moments. Erika Ishii, pretty queer, so where is it?
It'll happen.
All right, what do you got for news? Let's zip through this. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I guess big one, Halo finally coming to PlayStation. This was announced during apparently there's like a Halo tournament happening, official Halo tournament, and
yeah, I just
there
kind of
they
saw
announced
about that. I was like, I don't really care
yeah,
about Halo.
Halo Combat Remade or what it campaign
stupid.
involved.
That's stupid.
Oh my god,
I
it's
hate it.
campaign
That's so
involved.
dumb. No one cares, dude. Halo 1 isn't even good. Whatever.
It's getting remade again. So
I never liked
we
Halo.
did it a second time, they'll do it a third time.
I never
that's
liked
what you
Halo,
do.
so this means nothing to me, but just further confirms that Xbox is dying.
Xbox not even like really in there anymore. Like they're just kind of like the thing.
It's just like, in the weirdest way, Sony has won the console war because Xbox shat themselves too hard and then surrendered slowly.
Meanwhile, Xbox literally kept rippling shoot themselves in the foot, and
then Nintendo just keeps doing Nintendo, and now Xbox is like, well, I guess we'll just put our games everywhere, whatever. But we're still gonna make consoles. Are you sure? Oh well. That's their choice.
Yeah, that costs like super expensive too. So
dude,
anyway,
they're gonna come out with one more console and it's gonna flop, and then the only way the Xbox survives it all is you're just a game publisher at that point. It's the only way to make it profitable at that point, which is fine. I'll take my Xbox games that I want on PlayStation with the better controller and the better processor. That sounds fine to me. Sure, I'll play Fable with my adaptive triggers. That sounds good to me. You know, like, I don't see any downside here, really. I want Xbox to just be a publisher. That means the 3 good games they let get made a year will at least be on the console I own.
It's so, and I find it so funny with years before where they purchased Activision so they can do Call of Duty, so they could be the Call of Duty machine, and now it's just like, well, I guess not anymore then.
Well, you know, guess you got to make money to lose money. I mean, what? All right, what else you got in the news? Anything less depressing?
Funny thing, bringing back to Silent Hill.
Oh boy.
Silent Hill F, the like face model for Hinako, like the main character. She started streaming Silent Hill F. I thought it was a little bit kind of funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
She does a lot of cool faces. Like she's really like involved in like what's happening in the game.
That's
so I kind of find
good for her.
funny.
Good for her. Get that bread, baby girl. She's crushing the performance. I love it.
Yeah. Now she's performing live for our audience. And
Hinako as Hiniko.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Love that. That's great. I love that. That's good. That's good.
Let's see what else for news. Oh, the 15th anniversary for Fallout New
Yes.
Vegas was
Yeah.
recently, so there was like a little thing at Good Springs, like a sort of a live stream. The things
Yeah.
that they talked about there, I didn't catch it. The only thing I was hearing
This is
is
a
that
Fallout like 4 anniversary thing like Skyrim got coming out.
yeah, and that'll happen in November because that's
There's
when that
like
was for
the
anniversary.
ghoul from the Fallout show is gonna be in Fallout 76, and
Yep.
no news about the next Fallout at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why
And
anyone thought we
there's
were
a
gonna get
Fallout
news
New
about
Vegas
that though.
collector's edition again.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I don't know why anyone thinks we're gonna hear about like a Fallout 5 anytime soon, when the next Elder Scrolls doesn't even have gameplay yet. Like
yeah,
that's
no, we're not.
like we will get the announcement of Fallout 5 when they have a gameplay trailer to show us at like Jeff Keighley's SummerSlam Rammer or something, which could be next year at this point. Like it's been a bit. We've known about Elder Scrolls 6. Is that the one we're on now? 6? Yeah.
Yep.
6 for a
Hmm.
while. We're probably getting a trailer of some sort in a year or two. And then I think once we've had 2 trailers or the game's coming out, we'll start to hear about Fallout 5. I don't know why anyone thinks we're getting Fallout 5 news before that. Um,
I think only because there was the shadow drop. Well, not at least 5. I assume people were thinking either a Fallout New Vegas remaster or Fallout 3 because of the earlier in April the shadow drop of Elder Scrolls Oblivion just coming out of nowhere. So people were
sure,
thinking, oh,
sure. That's
maybe there's going to be like a
possible.
remaster.
I will say Oblivion's a lot newer than those games. And until that remaster came out, of those 3 games, New Vegas, Fallout 3, and Oblivion is the one that runs the best, which means it's probably it's the more recent one, even though it's old as fuck, it's probably the easiest to remaster. Like, don't get me wrong, I, more than anyone alive, really, really want a New Vegas remaster. Take my money. I also understand that if I'm getting one of those, it ain't anytime soon. That game runs. It doesn't now. It just doesn't. That's also like I'm not sure if they own the rights to all that. I don't know how that's all tied up. I assume they probably own it, Bethesda. But either way, that game needs to be like straight up remade entirely. Like that game is a pile of bricks melting in the sun made of feces. Like it's too old and jank. It needs to be like 1-to-1 perfectly recreated. The game is ass.
Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas really do need that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Fallout New Vegas came out in 2010. Well,
Like
Elder
also
Scrolls
yeah,
Oblivion came out in 6. But, yeah,
yeah.
it's.
Someday. I'm expecting if like here's a I would expect a New Vegas remaster at best around the time we get a Fallout 5 announced. Like, no time
What?
soon. No time soon. Unfortunately, we're probably getting a Fallout 3 remaster well before a New Vegas, if any are happening, which I'd rather have New Vegas, but whatever. Like, maybe
I still remember our little deal with New Vegas Bloodborne. And we're still.
is that or what was the deal? Is it you vote you
So
think New Vegas is first and I think a Bloodborne's first?
yes. Yeah.
And yeah, I still stand on that, dude. I still definitely stand on that.
We'll see. We'll
Dark
see.
Demon Souls got a fucking remaster before New Vegas, baby. Fucking Demon Souls? Are you kidding me?
Demon
Who gives a
Souls.
fuck about Demon Souls? Dark Souls
I
got
do.
like 2 remasters before New Vegas, man. Dude, they're gonna remaster fucking Dark Souls 3 before you get a New Vegas remaster. And I want a New Vegas remaster, let's be clear. I'll be happy to lose this bet. Just like I'll be happy to win it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I
The
just-
thing is that
I
none of
just
us are
think-
losing. None of us are losing.
Isn't the bet like if New Vegas comes first, I buy you the New Vegas remaster? If Bloodborne remaster comes first,
Exactly.
you buy me.
I buy you Bloodborne.
Well,
so like none of us are losing in any situation.
All that
really.
means is that if New Vegas remaster comes out, I'm buying you New Vegas remaster, so you can buy me New Vegas remaster. And if Bloodborne remaster comes out, you're buying me Bloodborne remaster, so I can turn around and go buy you remaster. So no one's really winning.
No one's losing. No one's losing.
Right, that's what I meant. No one's really losing.
Yeah.
All right, what else news do you got? Because I got nothing.
uh,
I didn't keep up with the
uh,
news.
I saw Sakurai do his Kirby Air Riders 2
Oh, yeah,
stream thing again
yeah.
because he added more stuff to it, and damn, I'm damn, I'm so glad that Air Riders 2 is coming out peak. Like it is looking out to be so good. Like it's even getting the subspace emissary vibes from like its story from
Oh, wow.
Brawl.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So that's why I'm like, damn, I think Kirby Air Riders 2 is gonna be really fucking good. I'm not buying a Switch 2. Sorry, Nintendo. You're still not making me buy a Switch 2.
I don't even
But I'm
own a
glad that you're
Nintendo
getting Kirby Air
products.
Riders 2.
I don't even own Nintendo products anymore, man. I don't own any Nintendo stuff. All right.
uh And I guess there's one thing I just see here. Apparently, Remedy CEO stepping down following
Yes, yeah,
FTC
yeah.
Firebreak flopping. So that
Yep.
was
Doesn't seem to be
that's rougher.
affecting any like thing. It was just like a decision came together with like the board and like a long-term original founding member who's been on the board is going to take over as CEO. So doesn't I read into that, it doesn't seem like a huge amount of shakeups going. Just like,
Okay,
okay,
okay, okay.
it seems like this guy might have been like the lead pitch behind like this game is a live service thing and it's just not doing well enough, so he's taking the fall for it, which is
Yep.
fine. I don't hate Firebreak. I think it's fun. It's definitely not like super compelling, and I can see why it's like flopping, especially in a world of like where the competition is for things like that. But like I'm just looking forward to Control 2 and Alan Wake 3 in the future.
Yeah.
They
We'll
should.
see. I'm hoping the Remedy still like still does weird things with
As
the
far as I know,
whole
like I
universe. It's
read
just
it.
that
I read into that. They said that like this is not affecting production on Control 2 or any ongoing
yeah.
projects at all.
So I'm
We are
glad.
just changing direction and going. They're gonna focus instead of if you read. I read more on it. It said they're gonna still try and turn Firebreak around into something more
Yeah.
profitable, but because it's been a profit loss, they are going to more focus on existing IPs and continuing those. So,
Yeah.
back to Remedy as usual. Firebreak was just like a deviation into a thing that didn't quite work out, which is fine. You
I
got.
honestly think if they just made this like a more coherent, like a straight line, like it's just a
Mm-hmm.
story that you could potentially just play co-op with, I think would have been fine instead of trying to do it as a live service game. I think they could
Yeah,
have
maybe.
done it.
Who
Yeah.
knows? I honestly like. I'm just more interested in more single player insanity from them. So as long as they get to
Hmm.
keep doing that, even if it takes years, I don't really care. What
Yeah.
else you got? Anything else worth talking about?
For news wise, the one at least for me in particular,
Mm-hmm.
Starbreeze, the people behind Payday,
Mm-hmm.
there's been a lot of shift, at least in terms of like management, like the new CEO kind of talking
Mm.
more or less kind of their shift of focus when it comes to Payday. Like for instance, Project Baxter, which was supposed to be a game coming out next year that was D&D related, completely canceled.
Mm.
Which is funny because 2 years ago they were like, we're full ahead on Project Baxter. That's gonna be our main focus. And then now this year they axed it. So that's all right. So with that comes some layoffs, sadly, but some have been integrated back into Starbreeze, into Payday stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got you. Okay.
what seems to be happening is with their focus on Payday. Right now, they have a old team that used to work on Payday 2. There used to be a bunch of modders working on Payday 2 again,
Mm.
which is usually a lot of quality of life updates and potentially like content updates, but mostly quality of life stuff. So we'll see how that keeps working for Payday 2. Like, I think they're still trying to milk that cow as hard as they can, since that's where most people are. But they are, I guess, still steam ahead with trying to get more Payday 3 content out, more Payday collabs and stuff like that. So we'll see
Mm.
how that comes out within the next year. If they're like, well, third year was our year of trying and didn't succeed, so we're canceling Payday or whatnot. We'll see.
Got you. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's kind of it. I think
All right.
on
I
news on
mean,
my end.
that's fine because I actually did so many demos and played so many other stuff that I didn't like dial into the news super hard. And I also did. I got my learner's permit driving thing. I go for my driving test in
Yay!
December. I'm very excited. Um,
That's when I got my license. No, my on
yo, all
December.
right.
That's when I got it.
Cool. All right, so wish list time, and then we'll wrap up here. Do you have
Okay.
something to pitch?
Yes.
What do you got?
So let me pitch one of the newer. Let me go. Oh, excuse me. I had already I mentioned Crystal, and that's because
Yeah.
we had talked about it. But I really want to talk about one that my friend talked to me about. I think like yesterday, the day
Okay.
before yesterday. Rules of Engagement, the Gray State.
Rules of engagement. The Gray State. I see it is free. A new
Uh,
gold. Hang on. A new gold
yeah,
rush has begun in this tactical RPG shooter. Craft your own build, survive night mystery. But this isn't about saving the world. It's just business. Okay, talk to me. I've got a trailer playing in the background with no sound.
yeah. So essentially, you're playing like a mercenary. You're being hired by some company. You're like, hey, there's artifacts in this designated like hazardous zone. You need to go in and grab the artifacts and extract with them. So that's how you're
Uh huh.
essentially getting paid. But the thing is that what they're trying to
Oh.
do with this game is that they're trying to make the kind of the whole story about this place being that any sort of mythology, whether it
Yeah,
being like
I'm
actual like
seeing this. I'm seeing this in the trailer. Like this
yeah
is okay.
yeah it doesn't matter the mythology of like where it's whether it's like actual like pop culture mythology or like actual mythology, like those are monsters that you might be able to come in contact with. So again, we'll go with like wendigos,
Oh
werewolves,
no, I'm seeing
vampires, like
like Cthulhu. I'm
yeah
seeing all kind.
yeah
Yeah, I'm
god,
seeing
old
exactly what
gods.
you. Oh my god, the guy's just in
But you
Japan now. What just
yeah,
happened?
but then you got like Slender Man,
That's
like
just
all those
Siren.
things.
That's
Yeah,
just Siren Head.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Like they all will be of like as potential monsters in this game. So if you see, like they say here, think of any iconic monster from any movie, book, creepypasta you've ever loved. Chances are something like that is waiting you in there. It's just one horror. It isn't one just. This isn't just one horror story. It's all of them. So yeah, like it's just every monster you can think of
Yeah,
that
I'm
might
seeing
actually
it.
appear in
Yeah,
the game. Yeah.
I'm seeing it right now. Drop in, gear up, PVE, PvP. Is this an extraction game?
This potentially looks like it's an extraction game.
So you haven't touched this at all.
No, like this, there's not even an alpha playtest or anything like that as of
What?
now. It's just like this is just conceptually
Oh,
right now
sorry.
what
It
they're
said
thinking.
like free to play when I looked at it
Yeah,
in the
it's weird.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is going to be free to play.
Okay.
That's
I
what
mean,
they
I'm an extraction game can be good. I'm not against them. They're definitely
yeah,
something they suffer from the same kind of thing where it's like if it's the one for you, you want to be in early so that you're
yeah,
not lost. It's hard to join them late, even if it's your kind of thing. It just doesn't encourage that. It's it's one of those things where it's like weird. It's like you don't need to constantly play it as a live service game, but you do need to hit it within the first month so that you're not just lost in terms
yeah,
of how the game is played, right? Like that's what hurts you. It's not about playing all the time like a live service game is, even though it is a live service game. It's about
yeah,
hitting it early enough where if you take a break, at least you understand how the game plays so that you're not trying to learn that 4 months in when everyone else already understands that.
yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
From what they say here, it's our business model is simple. Play the game. The game is free to play, supported by cosmetic items only. You will acquire your gear purely via skill
Yep,
or
I'm
luck. Player
reading
power
that
cannot be
now. Yeah.
yeah. So
I'm putting this on the wish list. Keep me posted if you hear anything more, if this gets hit and there's a way to get in or you can invite me in. I'm down to check this out with you.
yeah.
This has got some fucked up vibes going on that I'm into. This looks fucking heinous. And
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
reading,
Yep.
and what's really selling me is in the first alpha playtest, the game will feature 3 distinct classes, each a master of their craft with a sprawling talent tree that allows deep creative play. Sledge, an unstoppable juggernaut, forging a path with shield and hammer. I like that. Pyro, a chaotic madman that controls the battlefield with fire and gas. I'm a fan. However, this one here, the Stella class, Phantom, a swift assassin that strikes from the shadows with extreme precision. Yep. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm interested. This looks neat. This looks really neat. If they can pull this off, hell yeah. Like, if this is
Yeah.
good,
Exactly.
the idea
Yeah.
of just, yeah, what if all the monsters, though? Fuck it. Like, if you can land that, that's great. That feels good. Like, technically, that's what DBD does, and it's great. I love it. It's what keeps me coming back, where I'm like, yeah, but what if all the schlock horror, though?
Yeah, exactly.
If you just do that in this, and, like, execute it in the way, and, like, that's a bold statement, I like, that it's, like, an extraction game, but cosmetic premium currency. You will never get power, period, via pay. Which is something a lot of extraction games kind of teeter back and forth on.
Yeah, like
Like, it's
it's always been weird because like Hunt Showdown is probably like the best one I can think of of extraction that tries not to do uh any because it's all cosmetics and stuff.
mm-hmm.
But the thing is that cosmetically some things look so so well blended into the environment
Yes,
that it
yes,
almost gives
yeah,
you that advantage. So they've been trying hard to try to be like, okay, if you're whatever stuff that you're using, we're trying to make sure it doesn't give you inherently an advantage just because of how the game looks per se.
yeah.
Or
And I
like,
feel
yeah.
like the way Hunt Showdown like plays, and that the guns are of a very specific era, makes it even trickier. Whereas like if Hunt Showdown was like a modern shooter, I think it'd be way less of an issue, just because like
Mhm.
things are snappier and it's easier. Hunt Showdown is so very much a thing to itself in its like style of gameplay that like that advantage feels even rougher than it would in say like a modern shooter. Like if I just
Yeah.
pulled out, if I have a fucking marksman rifle from Call of Duty, I don't really care that you blend in more than me. Like I'm gonna find you. Like it's a fucking gun, I shoot it, right? Like Hunt Showdown really wants you to understand how to use your guns, and I'm just like, no, I just want to shoot, man. I don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to play Sniper Elite. I think Sniper Elite's cool, but I don't want to play it. I want
Yeah,
to not. I don't. I want to only have to think a little bit about where my bullet's going. I don't want to have to actually math it out.
exactly.
All right. So this looks cool. Keep me posted. I'm interested in this.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll let you know.
and so for my wish list, is a game I'm very excited for, Possessors, and that is Possessor, a pot. That like I don't know how to. I don't forget what that's called. It's like the symbol, the little slash, like not parenthesis, but like the big one where it's one.
Fifth one, not parentheses, not the bracket, right?
I mean, just start typing Possessors into Steam and you'll see it. I think because
Oh,
yeah, because
yeah,
that
no, that's
yeah
parentheses. That's
yeah okay, I didn't
parentheses.
remember. So this is I'm very excited for this. This is by Heart Machine, um, and it looks gorgeous. It looks incredible. It is like a platformer thing. This is by the people that did the Hyperlight series, Solar Ash. Um, this was
Okay.
announced like a little bit before they announced that Heart Machine is having some layoffs, and Hyperlight Breaker, the like dungeon crawling early access like thing in the Hyperlight universe, has just kind of
Yeah,
not been able to find its feet. It's
yeah.
constantly mixed reviews, and they've decided to end development.
Hmm.
Um, the thing about this is that Possessors, as far as I know, is basically done and has been. Like they've just been refining it. It's coming out in November, like literally next
Yes, I
month.
do see that.
So
I do see
like
that.
it's
Yeah.
not like, but I think like they're going back to, hey, we tried our hand at like a multiplayer co-op like online kind of game thing. It didn't really work out for us, so we're canceling development on that. It never even left early access, so like they've really tried to make it work, and they're just like, it's not happening. So they're going back to like the single player gorgeous stuff, and Possessors looks really cool. I really love the aesthetic. I love the game, like the art of it, the tones of it, just the trailer alone, listening to like the music and hearing the characters talk to each other. It's a fast-paced action side scroller with combat inspired by platform fighters and a story told through dangerous characters set in a deep, interconnected world ready for exploration. Uh, you play as Luca, the host, and Rem, her less than cooperative counterpart, as they explore a quarantined city ripped apart and flooded by an interdimensional catastrophe. Their only hope for survival is learning to coexist. Uh, it possesses takes place across the interconnected sprawl of a destroyed mega city. Love a good mega city, big fan. From collapsed skyscrapers to an abandoned aquarium, all riddled with secrets, hauntingly beautiful 3D environments from a stunning backdrop over which hand-drawn and animated characters and mysterious sci-fi horror action take center stage. Choose a complex narrative. I'm just reading off the Steam page for anyone wondering.
Yeah, yeah.
Choose multiple paths in an open-ended world structure as you look to uncover the truth behind the catastrophe. Meet a cast of engaging characters, each with their own heartbreaking story to follow in the aftermath of devastation. precision engagement. Gameplay is centered around tight, fast platforming with a range of unique movement abilities that extend to its tense, precise combat. Balanced ground and air attacks, replete with combos and juggles as you encounter a variety of dungeon enemies and challenging bosses. Find and unlock a wide array of powerful weapons and upgrades to bolster your arsenal and explore previously inaccessible areas. So, very much what they were known for with their successful games, the Hyperlight Drifter games, right up until they tried to do like a co-op online thing. That's where they ran into some problems. A story we've heard again and again. I'm not against people trying new things. I do like that they've canceled it in early access instead of slugging more money and resources into it when they're not like able to execute on it, and instead being like, shut it down before we drain ourselves more, and we're putting out possessors, and this looks like a game that's gonna be really fun to fucking play. I'm really excited for this. I really think this is really neat looking, and I can't wait to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my wish list, is Possessors. That's coming out November 11th, literally next month. If I can, I'll be playing it. And that's been Only in Early Access, episode 25, I believe, because last month was our 2-year anniversary in this current professional-ish format. Thanks for listening, everyone, as always. Remember, we will not be here November and December. We will see you all at this same annual train wreck in January. So, have a safe holidays. Be safe. Don't let the holidays depress you. Don't let America depress you if you're America. And to all of the listeners who are not in America, how dare you? How dare you likely live in a better country than us? Well, actually,
yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we'll see you January. Bye.
We'll see you January. Yeah, bye.
That's a podcast.
Podcast.
Podcast.